everybody, welcome to Do All the Things, the GDQ Hotfix show all about hermsman speedruns, completionist categories in general. I'm your host, Mr. Shasta. Today we got two banger PS2 runs for y'all here. We got Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, all Carrion Frogs with Nick RP Green. After that we have Ratchet Clank Going Commando, all Platinum Bolts with Mantadilla. But those are both absolute banger runs. I'm very excited to see this, to say the least. Currently have Snake Ear playing in my ears because of Discord here. So I think y'all need to hear this too. So let's just cut over to Nick. What's up, Nick? How's it going tonight?
Hello, thank you very much, Shasta. My name is Nick RP Green. This is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Made famous by being on the PS2. Technically, I'm playing the PC version, the Master Collection version, because it is the better version for speedrunning. But it is a very popular PS2 game. I'm not alone today. I have brought two members of the Metal Gear Solid speedrunning community with me. If you two would like to introduce yourselves.
Sure, I'm Delfino Plaza guy. Name's pretty long. You can call me Delfino.
Hello.
I run MGS3 and MGS Delta.
Hello. And I'm Valentino. I currently run MGS3. Happy to be here. Happy to support Nick. Can't wait.
All right. So with that, we will just double check last couple of settings. Everything should be good. So the category that we're doing today is European Extreme, all Keratin Frogs. European Extreme is the hardest difficult in the game. It has one extra little feature to it, which is game over if discovered. So if at any point a guard spots me, it's game over and I have to reset that current room. As well as guards are more difficult, they have longer line of sight, all the other stuff you'd expect from like the hardest difficulty. All Keratin Frogs. There are 64 Keratin Frogs hidden throughout the game. It's nearly one in every single room. We got to shoot all of them. It will give me a Keratin rank at the end, assuming I get them all. And one caveat of that is we have to play on New Game. We cannot play on New Game Plus because progress on Keratin Frogs can carry across for New Game. So you could like shoot 2 or 3 of them in one game and then load, do New Game Plus and get the rest of them, and it doesn't count. You have to get them all in one go. So we have to start from New Game. We're going to pick, I like MGS3, unlocks a bunch of camos, some of which are quite helpful towards the end. We're going to play European Extreme, and time will start when I select the difficulty level. So, in 3, 2, 1, go!
Good luck.
Good luck.
David Hayter, everybody.
At the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Thanks, David. Alrighty, so we are allowed to use turbo in this game, but it's only for skipping cutscenes. So we get through all the cutscenes very quickly. Hold triangle to get through codex, and we are off. So this game is canonically the first game in the entire series. We are not Solid Snake, we are Naked Snake, who will go on to become the legendary Big Boss. Get my backpack. And some more codex. But don't worry, the very first Keratin Frog is coming up. Nice little chap. Paramedic, Major Zero, and the boss. She's lovely, the boss. I'm sure she won't betray us. So we're going to turn around, we're going to shoot, and whacker. 1 down, 63 to go. I hope you two are going to be counting.
I'll try my darndest.
I've got a pen and paper. I'm ready to go.
These first couple of rooms... These first couple of rooms are both just sort of introducing the jungle, introducing some crocodiles. They are crocodiles, not alligators. And our second Keratin Frog. I'm going to deliberately move a bit closer so you can actually see it. There we go. That's what we're looking for. 64, well, 62 more of those. Now we come to the fiercest, most dangerous animal in the jungle, the human. We do have our first set of guards. So I'm going to do a quick headshot on the first one, and I'm going to do a trank roll on the second one to dispatch them both very quickly. So trank roll that one. We'll do a trank roll on this guy as well. Shooting a guard anywhere with a trank will not knock them out, but rolling one that you've tranked will. Our next keratin is all the way across there. Oh, I didn't get it. Yep, I saw it. I saw it wobble. That's good. Into Dolinov now. Frog in here is right here. Oh, come on, Nick. There we go. So we'll do another trank roll on that guy. We're going to do 2 more quick headshots on these 2. There we go.
For those who may not be aware, when Snake aims his gun in third person, he aims for center mass. So if you stand on your tiptoes, you can actually line up quite nicely for what's a quick headshot. We use it extensively throughout the run.
Patrol here.
It's a great technique.
We'll see one more at the very start of this next room. So one more quick headshot there. And then there's one more guard we're going to shoot a couple of times. And he'll fall over. There we go. And then a quick roll on this guard here before he can alert. There we go, that's fine.
Clean.
And
Very nice.
in.
Well done.
That roll is extremely tight.
So here is our mission objective. We've been sent in to rescue a scientist, a Russian scientist called Sokolov. Oh, I moved. He's there. There we go. A Russian scientist called Sokolov who wants to defect to the US. We got here. Unfortunately, we got ambushed by the Ocelot unit. That's why they're now all on the floor unconscious, because Snake knocked them all out. But then he got taken away by some units. And we're going to go and chase him down, grab him back, get out of there, hunky-dory. Mission done. We can go home. Yeah, well done, everybody.
Woo,
Get ready on time.
Easy, easy.
Oh, that doesn't look like a very
only
good
4 frogs in the
situation for
game, wow.
Snake.
What happened?
All of a sudden, he was on the floor in lots of pain. Oh, I have... There we go. Messed up something there. Come on, focus. That one. I was never any good at Trauma Center.
It can be
a hard game.
nightmare.
There we go. All right. So, unfortunately, the boss did betray us. She's defected to the Soviets, and she threw us off a bridge. So, after a couple of days in the hospital, we are sent back in for Operation Snake Eater. Yeah, see what they did there? And of course, we are still on the frogs. So our first frog in Operation Snake Eater is here. And as we move through these next few rooms, we're going to sort of join back up with where we were in the Virtuous mission. That's what the first sort of opening section of the game is called. But the frogs in these rooms count as separate frogs. They do not count as the same frogs as we've already shot. So we now have to do a little bit of backtracking. Also, the frogs have all moved. Someone in the couple of days that we've been gone has come into the jungle and moved a bunch of frogs around. Nobody knows who. Nobody knows why. But we have to go and find them and shoot them.
That seems like something Ocelot would do, knowing him. Tricky guy.
This part of the run, I think, is extremely interesting because it's the only portion you won't have a gun, especially on EE. So you're going to see some very precise grenade throws. Try and hit the frogs directly with grenades and some explosions.
Your other option with this section is to keep going forwards, take out the Ocelot unit, then you'll get given a weapon, and then backtrack, but that would add a huge amount of time.
That might add like 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty rough.
So instead, we get to do some of these funky bits. So our first one is now all the way over here. I'm going to roll off that. Going to stand here, grab some chaff grenades. I already have some stun. We do get some stun grenades given to us. There'll be a white light because of the stun grenade. So that's what we're doing. We're throwing. There's one where it doesn't have to be precise. We're going to grab those lots of grenades, and then we're going to do a slight bit of inventory management. We also put on a new face camo because for some reason that face camo gives us the ability to breathe underwater. I don't know why they applied that ability to the brown face camo, not like a, I don't know, like a face mask or something like that. But yeah, that's going to come in really handy later.
Another interesting thing about European Extreme is per grenade stack, you only get 3. And since he's got to throw grenades at these next keratins, he's got to be accurate or it's going to be a room reset. So accuracy is everything coming up.
The first one here is pretty free because we can throw grenades. The grenade itself doesn't have to hit. The explosion is fine. It's these next 2 where we have to bonk it with the grenade itself. The next 2 rooms have got guards in them, so we can't just throw grenades. That would get us an alert. But throwing chaff grenades doesn't alert anyone. So I'm going to concentrate a little bit on these 2 rooms. Gotcha.
Great
one.
toss.
Nice.
It's like a Counter-Strike lineup.
Now, there is an exploit in MGS3 where normally Snake's footsteps do make noise. However, if he is holding an item, which is usually cooking a grenade and running, his footsteps are silent. So Nick could do that to bypass that guard without him turning around.
Nice, got the roll. That's a very, very tight roll.
Would be very tricky room, yeah, especially starting off.
That it fantastic. Going either too early or too late at any point during those rolls, or bonking your head in the trees, an immediate reset.
Gotcha. Okay, took me 2 attempts, but I got it. That's fine. I don't need those. I don't need those chaff grenades anymore. So 2 attempts on that one is absolutely fine. Phew, that's good. Those are the really 2 tough ones. So we're sort of in the. I wouldn't say we're in the clear, but those are the only sort of really precise grenade throws that we're going to have to do throughout the run. There's no guards in this room, so we can take our time in here. We won't be taking out the keratin because we're going to be back in here after the next boss fight. We can take it out then with a gun. But we are going to grab probably the most broken version of the cardboard box in any game in the series.
Busted.
And 1 safety item, the thermal goggles.
Interesting. What do you grab those for?
The end.
Oh, okay.
Good idea.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Good idea.
All right, that makes sense.
Okay, so this is the Ocelot unit, which I'm going to let you 2 explain what's going on here.
Sure thing.
The Ocelot unit is a very precise fight in which there are 10 guards secured around the building. None of them can see you, otherwise it is immediate game over. So what Nick does is body shot the one outside the right of the room, headshot the one at the end, and then shoot the one on the other side. If he headshot the other guard at the start, the setup wouldn't work. When he rolls over the box, he throws a stun grenade just outside the window to knock out those 4 guards, and then leans to the right to take out the guard on the roof. In MGS3, if Snake leans or tiptoes behind cover, his model doesn't move from his original position. So even though it looks like the guards can see you, they actually can't. And that's really important for Nick to take out these guards, as you can see here. Especially the one at the very end, or around this corner. He did an excellent job. That was a flawless Ocelot unit. Great job.
And then just before we leave this room... Oh. I can take out 10 guards really, really easily, but shooting 1 little stationary frog, that's a challenge.
He's small. He's hard to hit.
He's just a little guy.
Here's the first instance of the brown face paint coming in handy. If you look at his stamina gauge, when he gets in the water, you'll see that it's not moving at all.
And we're gonna be in this water for quite a long time, because we head over to the keratin and then we kind of have to backtrack to get back over to the standard any percent. I actually, when I first started running this, I used to do an alternate route in the next room. You can enter the next room from 2 different entrances, but I found it was taking up more time trying to get across, and also there's some grenades if you go this way that I want to grab. So as soon as I discovered or remembered that the brown face paint was a thing that exists, I was like, we can spend more time under the water now, so it doesn't matter. So there's grenades, Mark 22 bullets. Get out, and a little bit more trauma center, because we do not want the leeches on us that have just latched on. Otherwise, we can say bye-bye to our stamina very, very quickly. Quick little phone call.
You'll generally see Nick roll into loading zones, as that initial burst of speed Snake gets makes it a little quicker than just running into them. Or codec calls as well.
It's worth noting there is a codec call skip, but it is a one-frame trick. You have to press the select button as you get the codec, and it'll skip the call.
HQ, please respond.
Should still be able to get through the room with that.
Yeah, this room with a caution shouldn't be too bad. Might just have to watch out for the reinforcements at the end.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Those claymores can be tricky. There's a fine line you
Yeah.
have to take not to get hit by them. And here, I think it's the first instance you see the box coming into play, going uphill.
Woohoo.
Yeah. It will make Snake.
Yeah, I got spotted.
That's to be expected with randomness and having a caution. Definitely mixes up the room.
So yeah, that's the caveat with the European Extreme. That guard spotted me, so as soon as he did, I had to restart the room. There we go. I've got that line right this time. It should be better.
Queen.
Good shot. Distracts a dog. So a guard comes, he walks the entire way around the map because the other portion is cut off by a fence. So it makes it so he won't spot us later on.
So use the box to distract the second guard. So there's only one guard left.
And funnily enough, I don't know if you do this too, Nick, but I use those subtitles as like an indicator.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Same.
having subtitles on is actually useful in a few different locations.
Indeed.
But you also may have noticed that when you're in the cardboard box, you can't get hit by an electric fence. That isn't true in every version of the game. Like the original PS2 version, the cardboard box, you would get hit.
Snake's
This room,
ginormous there.
Yeah.
this room's quite different from any percent. We're gonna trank roll that guy through the window, which I think looks really cool. Shoot the frog, grab a new suppressor, quick headshot that guy, and then kablam those two. Now, one thing that I have been attempting, it doesn't matter so much because I've already taken a continue, is not killing any guards, and those two explosive barrels don't count. All right, who wants to explain this fight?
After you.
Sure thing. So he's going to shoot and stun, turn around so the stun does not hit him. Shoot the frog while he's turned around, headshot Ocelot, throw another stun. And then after he gets stunned, he's going to shoot this goat, which is later going to distract Ocelot after this headshot, which will make him stand still again for another headshot. Shoots his hat, it happens. Then his unit gets on him, and you shoot him one more time.
Oh, there we go.
Very clean. Great job.
It's a lot of moving parts in that. And it can go sideways very easily, and that was very clean.
Exactly. Even throwing the grenade underhand or overhand can be the difference between Ocelot facing the wrong way, and it becomes really hard for him to continue that loop. Great job, Nick.
So I was excited about this part. I wasn't sure if it was going to pop up or not. This is a strat that Nick and we worked on together. It is codenamed Delfino's Hole because you're in a hole right now, and I was the one to pioneer it, I suppose.
Missed.
A little downward.
Yeah, it is this. Yeah, it is this. This gap.
This prevents you having to walk all the way around the cave.
There we go.
Clean.
Oh, nice.
Excellent. Great job.
Only issue now is I've only got one grenade for for the pain, but I will have more smoke grenades, so hopefully it'll be okay. But there are more grenades in the pain fight.
You got this. You got this.
As you don't need 5, you should be good.
Beforehand, with that fight, it used to be going all the way around through a bunch of other cave networks, dropping down from the hole that I threw the grenade through, and then shooting the frog, then dropping into that hole, then swimming in, and then going all the way around again. But yeah, Delfino finding that grenade throw was really good. Saves a good, I think it's something like a good 30 to 40 seconds with that version. And it will be nice to get out of this cave.
I remember the first time I went through this part just playing MGS3 casually, I actually could not see anything on my TV. It was so dark.
Oh my god, yeah, back in the day, man, on the PS2, on a CRT, dude, I couldn't see anything. Fun fact about the game in general, though, you'll never see it in a speedrun, but over the course of 7 minutes, if you stay in the cave, your vision will get better over the course of 7 minutes. Because, your eyes adjust, just like in real life. A little detail about MGS3.
Another bit of inventory management. We've picked up smoke grenades for the first time. I am going to need those.
Very nice placement. With the
and then
right in the path.
And then our next keratin, we don't have to try and take out this keratin during the boss fight. All right, the pain.
So here he's going to line up a smoke grenade to try to get the bees to not come attack him. And then the pain is all about headshots. His head hitbox is jank, though.
It's right by his chin and his mouth. So if you aim for, like, the top of his head, it's going to be really hard to do. And he also kind of bobs back and forth.
Yeah, he likes to dance around.
This guy's doing cartwheels and crazy flips. Great job by Nick.
Now you can 1-cycle the pain or 2-cycle. He's got one more smoke, so 2-cycle wouldn't be tragic or anything, but we're hoping for a 1-cycle.
There he goes. Oh, no, he's...
Good thing there are emergency grenades.
Yep.
So, in MGS3, you can quickly tap the weapon menu button to do what's called a tactical reload. So Snake can fire and reload his weapon pretty much instantly. But if you do it too fast and try to fire, he'll hold the gun, and that can mess up your shots.
It's one headshot off. Oh well.
Shit.
To be fair, particularly in a marathon run, just getting through the pain in one attempt is everything that I want.
That was
pain. He sucks. Everybody.
He's a pain.
Yeah,
he's a pain.
Sounds about right.
He is my least favorite boss, I think. Maybe besides the Shagohod.
He's definitely the most skill intensive.
I used to really hate the Fury, but I'd say probably the Shagohod these days as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That loop is just... Yeah. Hopefully you see the loop later. The loop is...
Alright, so we are working our way towards a lab. Very, very slowly. We've got quite a few frogs to take out in the meantime. Oh, I might be able to do a little cheeky out of bounds trick. Oh, no, too early. Hey, there we go.
Ooh, okay.
It does nothing for the speedrun. It is not useful at all. It's just a fun little thing that you can do if you
no clue that existed.
I tried that once. I hit the death pane, and I was like, well, there goes my attempt.
It is not advisable to do it on earlier versions of the game. I'm pretty sure you definitely shouldn't do it on the PS3 version.
It's a crash.
Or like any of the PS2 versions, because it'll either crash or you will hit a death plane. But the PC version is pretty consistent.
Dang, that's crazy. I've never seen that before.
Wait for that light to go. There we go.
Excellent.
Nice.
So we're now actually moving into a room that you wouldn't normally see in a speedrun. In an any percent speedrun, because the only reason to come into this room normally during the game is to grab the sniper rifle early in order to kill the end early, which we won't be doing because it is faster. It's faster and more beneficial for us to actually fight the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swim as low as possible because my camo rating will go up if I don't. There we go, got it.
There are only 3 optional areas in the game, and one of them is kind of like a half optional because it's in the end fight. And we're going to go in all of them.
Cool, so that's that one. Speaking of the end, we are going to come across him. As I said, this is where you would, this is where if you have the sniper rifle, you'd be able to take him out early. We are going to do some damage to him. We can shoot some barrels nearby, and by doing so, it means he's going to take a chunk of health and stamina. And that means that he will have less health and stamina when we start his fight later. I'm going to do a quick headshot on that guy. Explode those 2. Shoot the keratin, so you can see the end's taken a... I did shoot it. You can see the end's taken a chunk of damage. That starts him with less health and stamina when we do his fight later.
That was another instance of barrels aren't your kills. They are environmental kills. That
Yes.
blew up by itself.
Oh, that was not
The game considers them to be an accident, for the lack of a better word, so we accidentally kill quite a few guards throughout the run.
Actually, one.
At least
Next
they're not
anyway.
red.
Right, warehouse 1. Warehouse, one of the more tricky rooms in the game, particularly as we have to go through it twice.
I would definitely say top 3 tricky rooms in the game.
What's wrong?
Very clean roll.
Very clean. Very
Excellent.
Warehouse 1.
Excellent.
Very nice.
Text.
There's a few different versions of that room. I do believe that one's the fastest. There's one where like you drop down and shoot the barrels behind the first guard, and it makes the rest of it a little bit easier. One thing you may have noticed is I didn't shoot the keratin. As I said, we are going to go back through the room later, and that's fine. We can go back through the room and shoot it on the way back. I would say Warehouse 2 is harder. And it's even more harder because we have to get the keratin, but it's really tricky to try and add the keratin to the first time through because of where it is. You're very limited as to where you can shoot it. Take that guard out. We're going to ignore the keratin in this room as well because we'll get it on the way back. Because we're going into the lab and then we're going to come out of the lab and back the way we came. There was another door in the warehouse, which we'll leave by.
The keratin's right there at the vent, so when you come out, it's so much easier just to shoot it on the way up. Especially because I assume you do the strat, Nick, where you have to shoot anyway.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah, so...
Next one is all the way over there. We now have to take the brown face paint off because we're going to put a disguise on. We're putting the scientist disguise on. If you've got any face paint on whilst wearing the scientist disguise, it doesn't work. We now do an intended warp.
Come on back to the lab.
We get sort of arrested and sent back to the lab, put in a prison cell. And that prison cell just happens to have another prison cell next to it with a frog in it. So again, this is another one of the rooms you wouldn't normally see in an any percent speedrun. We wouldn't come anywhere near here.
Oh, big true. Yeah, so 4 rooms. My mistake.
So that one's...
Not 3.
That warp is a really nice way of getting down here without having to wander all the way through. Unfortunately, it's not faster for any percent. It's still faster to just walk in. The next frog is on top of this locker, and we have to open the locker and then get out of the way before that guard. Oh, come on!
That was you who
Yep.
discovered. Oh,
Come on!
if you go,
No, that guy's... Oh, wow!
I've always
I have
found.
not.
So those windows can be tricky. I always found if I go at an angle, I go through them much easier.
Unfortunately, taking out any frog and then restarting the room doesn't count. If you do that, you do have to redo the frog. There we go. That's better. That's what I was trying to do.
Snake makes a lot of dramatic entrances in this game.
Those windows are cursed. I've seen a lot of people try to go through them about 10 times in a row to no avail.
Cigar gas spray there, very important item. We'll use that a lot throughout the run. Bump this scientist. So the guards don't know that we're in a disguise, but the other scientists know. They look at you and realize that he's not a scientist, but they have like an amount of time. So like here, we're going to bump him to sort of reset his investigation.
Oh, interesting.
Get the frog.
I think
I'm gonna
there. I like turn a corner and hop in the box.
I've tried that and I've really struggled with that strat. The box
really?
is slightly faster.
Oh.
For those who may not be aware, well, guards, if they see Snake walking in the box, will cause an alert. Scientists, despite all their intelligence, do not.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's it for the lab. We've got all 3 frogs in the lab. We can now leave. We are going to use the box here though.
And now you're going to see that frog that he was talking about. Also here, if you hop in the box and hop out, it'll reset the guards from seeing you. So you can infinitely just run around this area with the scientist outfit in a box if you really want to. And just keep hopping in the box for a split second and hopping out.
So here we want to take a shot without a silencer because that distracts the dog. It's going to send a dog over here. Stick that silencer back on now, though. Then, that first one didn't connect.
First one missed for sure, yeah. Sometimes the auto aim can be finicky, for sure.
Excellent.
The hardest boss in the game.
Truly brutal. So, this is a boss called the Fear. The Fear has an exploit where if he is stunned by a stun grenade, all damage he takes becomes stamina damage. So we can fake him out with the fake death pill, revive ourselves, stun him, and blast him with a gun, or use the trap to take out his health almost immediately.
There will be I was about to say there will be a white flash, he says, as the white flash has already happened.
Oh, my apologies.
Now, it is faster to do that with the Patriot, but we are in a new game, so we do not have the Patriot, so that trap comes in very handy.
All right, I got it first try in practice.
Yeah, this is probably one of the harder rooms in the game.
Intruder. He's probably around somewhere.
What's wrong?
Ooh.
Oh, close.
Very close, very close. Oh my god.
I didn't think that smoke grenade was correct, but it
No, that was
apparently
nuts.
it was.
An intruder.
That guy was looking right at you.
Footsteps.
You know what?
Yeah, stun the guy. Get him
Out of here.
That'll do.
That'll do.
Excellent. We take those.
Thank God they can't see over ledges.
No.
The final guy in that room, he can do lots of different things. I've not been able to make that room consistent because part of it is down to how quickly you shoot the keratin as well. Turn around and shoot this keratin. There we go. Yeah, that guy is quite tricky to deal with.
Have you ever tried throwing like another? Oh wait, you need the smoke. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got a bit of a trek now over to the next boss fight, which is the end boss fight. So that's the guy in the wheelchair that we took a chunk of damage off earlier. The end is a very interesting fight, as fans of the game will know. It is a big, long sniper battle, which takes place across three different rooms, and of course, every single one of those rooms has got its own keratin. But before we do, we've got another one of our here's a room you wouldn't normally see in an any percent speedrun. Before I go to it though, I'm going to take out both guards, because it's easy to take them out so that they're not here on my way back. So this is back going east. There's a load of weapons. I think there might be like one of the weapons that you can only find here or only find in a couple of spots. And one of them's here.
Yeah, there's the M37 is here if you didn't collect it in the cave, and the M63 is here. And if you don't collect it here, you can get it in Groznygrad later.
So we shoot the frog through the window. The window shattered, and you heard a guard say, "What's that sound?" And I know for a fact that I shot the frog because my caution didn't reset. If I'd shot and missed the frog, my bullet would have hit like the wall or something. That would have alerted a guard, and my caution would have reset to 99 seconds. But shooting the frog doesn't reset it. So it's a really good way of knowing that we shot the frog without even needing to look. Or you can use the directional microphone, which I've put away, to double check any frogs.
That's big knowledge. I didn't know that.
I was gonna say that's really cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna ask because I even hear the frog myself, so I'm glad you explained that.
Okay, so this is the end. Oh, I missed a hit, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that should be fine.
That's
Just
pretty
chase
decent
him down
damage.
at the end.
So he always starts in that position.
So with the end, I'll let Nick count here real quick.
You're right.
Okay, so with the end, we're gonna shoot him up on the cliff. He always spawns on the left in 3. In Delta, he can spawn in 2 spots. It's so annoying. Don't get me started. And then we buffer a bunch of punches to count out time when he should respawn, then shoot loud shots without the suppressor. So he spawns in this exact spot every single time. So a warp manipulation, pretty much. And then the sig spray that he grabbed, look at that stamina go down, baby.
On a damage.
It's so much, it's nuts. Then you freeze him, make him hold his hands up, hit him again, throw a nade at him, and it's just a complete loop that absolutely melts his stamina. Oh, going for the smoke as well.
Yeah, I go for the double. I don't like the.
Yeah.
And now normally you would finish the fight here. You come to here, you do a bit of damage to him.
I think you'll be able to.
You got it.
Oh, the cough.
But
Coughing. Whenever
this is all
Snake is
this is all keratins.
Yeah.
And this is the one time where we do not finish the fight here because it is now quicker.
Took me a second.
Yeah.
It's now quicker to leave him alone and shoot them all. So the first one's there. We're going to go into Sacramento West. Again, this is another room you wouldn't normally see in a speedrun. Because our next keratin is in a little cave just there. And then we're going to use the same strat for like forcing the end to come out of his hiding spot into an exact location I want by doing the same thing here. So this time I'm going to throw my final smoke grenade at the floor. That way he'll spawn, but he won't be able to see me and he won't shoot me straight away. And this is where I want the thermal goggles, just for safety. So shoot a couple of times. He should spawn there. And that's the fight.
Awesome. I've never done that.
Fantastic.
The final keratin frog here in Sacramento North is just there. Yep, I can see it bouncing.
All right, cool.
So yeah. So yeah, that is a method that I developed. It's changed quite a few times. That method
I've never seen that before.
You can finish him.
Watched your run before.
You can finish him off and then backtrack for it because you grab the Mosing the gun, which is his sniper rifle. This one here. Sure, there's a weapon I can put away here, but I can't remember. Yeah, so you get his sniper rifle, and then you can just backtrack into the room, the second room we went into, and take the frog out from a distance with the sniper rifle. But it is slower. There's a similar strategy on very easy difficulty, and it actually introduces RNG into the run because you do a bunch of damage to the end whilst he's on the top of the cliff. You actually get a lot closer to him because you've got the easy gun, and when you finished your loop just before you finish him off, you let him run away, and he can run in one of two directions. And if he runs to the fast location, then it's really quick, and if he does, and it's like the only bit of RNG that gets added to the game. But anyway, I'm going to be quiet because this is the Snake Eater ladder. We get Snake's stomach
iconic.
growls.
Let's say, is that a bear? Like,
iconic moment in gaming, honestly. Every game that there's a ladder, you will see some kind of comment like, oh shit, Snake.
it's incredibly iconic, honestly. I love it so much.
It's fantastic.
Right, so you'll notice I've got 0 stamina, which is why Snake's stomach is growling. He's very, very hungry and he wants us to eat. But we're not going to eat. We're not going to satisfy his cravings. But that's why we've got the animals camo. On the animals camo stops your hands from trembling whenever you aim with a gun. So normally Snake would be all over the place. So you would not be able to
Oh yeah.
to aim.
Especially with Valkyrians where you have to aim every room.
Oh yeah.
That would be a nightmare. There, you can just auto. Oh, yep. Go on, Nick.
No, you got it. You got it.
If you auto aim as soon as you enter the room there, without even moving, you will instantly headshot a guard that would otherwise be an extreme annoyance.
Even without going on your tiptoes.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
The way he auto aims, up at the guard, he's aiming like you said earlier, center mass, but because of the angle, it hits his head.
I'm gonna use that from now on. I always go on my tiptoes.
Oh yeah, it's very, very handy, and it's extremely easy. Just aim.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Knock that guy out. That is the worst guard in the game, in my opinion. I hate that guy. He has spotted me many a time.
He's at an awkward angle, both for the camera and running. And on top of that, like, if you're in the box, your footsteps are louder, so he kind of hears you from further away. But you're also on an incline, so you move a bit slower if you're on your feet. It's a mess. You're right. He's a nightmare. I hate him.
I've literally missed the CQC throw before because of the angle he's at. I'll just punch him instead. And it's something to do with the coding. I don't know. I hate him though. Mountains 3, this is almost on par with Warehouse 2. With difficulty, I think.
That was really clean. Some really clean rolls to clear the gaps here. Also silence your footsteps with the grenades. I've never seen that in Mountains 3. Great stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's all about beating that guard.
And that's it, baby. Nice.
Wow.
Three.
Great.
Wow, wow.
With
Excellent.
that, we're gonna meet up with Eva.
Funnily enough.
This would normally be where we take a break, but I am on world record pace at the moment.
Oh, dang.
So
Okay.
if it's okay. with
Oh,
everyone,
okay, okay.
Yeah, go
I'd
for
like
it,
to carry
honestly.
on.
Do your thing.
So we're going to take out the frog.
That is an evil, evil placement for a carrot.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the harder spots for a keratin in a casual playthrough, I'd say. Mm-hmm. You're just looking all around Groznygrad, just like, where is it? Funnily enough, the Return to Mountains 3 is one of the easier rooms in the game.
Just before we hop down.
Oh, I didn't even...
Got that one.
I wasn't even thinking about the keratin. I kind of figured you got it on the way in. I wasn't even paying attention. That's smart, though. Get it on the way back.
Oh,
Now,
Roll. There we
we
go.
are coming up to one of the most notorious bosses in this game, the Fury. The Fury is a guy in a flame suit. He has a jetpack and a flamethrower. He's very fast, does a ton of damage, pretty hard to hit, and he's notorious for being a run-ender due to the RNG and how he moves.
Oh, good shot.
Excellent shot.
one saving grace. We don't have to shoot the keratin during the fight. All right,
yeah, I've always-
I'm gonna lock in. Oh,
Quick dodge. So it takes 8 shots with the Mosin to knock out the Fury. That fire sticks around forever. Nick can put out the fire if it's on Snake, if he puts the box on. But otherwise, he has to stick and move and react to where the Fury flies.
Indeed.
Audio is really important for this fight. It allows you to hear where the Fury lands.
oh, nice RNG.
RNG.
Excellent.
Very
Excellent.
Nice.
Very
Nice
nice. Very
fight.
nice.
Great stuff.
This is
First
counted
time
as the same
Furies.
room, so there's no keratin here. This used to really trip me up when I was younger and looking for all the keratins. I used to search head to toe in this room for a keratin, but it's the same room. Here's where I'd say the run deviates the most.
Yeah.
It's just so...
Yep. Saw it wiggle.
Oh my god, you've got a good eye. I didn't see it.
So yeah, normally we just go straight to Rykov here, but there are there's 4 different quadrants of Groznygrad, and all 4 of them have got keratin in them. So we're gonna go get them all. And this one is probably the one that is the most deviation across the entire run, because it is in
Sucks.
this vent, but it is in this vent in the next room. And not only that, it is quicker to then turn around and come back than it is to keep going.
You know, I've labbed it and I've tried to like RPG it through the ground, and I always prayed that I might find some kind of like explosive that could hit it, and I, sad to say, never got it. Gotta crawl through the vent.
There it is. Back on.
That one is-
I just realised I got no smoke grenades.
Do you not? What'd you use?
No, I used them all up.
I mean, I know where backups are, but it's kind of when you first get into Grozny.
Yeah. So to get out of this room, I'm gonna have to slow down and take these guards out. Just just play this a little bit safer than normally. Normally what I do here is throw a smoke grenade at the door that I'm headed to, and then just run through it. But I'm not going to be able to do that because I haven't got any smoke grenades left. So I need to take that guard out. And there's going to be another one. There he is. There we go. Should be okay now.
Happens. Be like that.
This room this room is the room which had the frog in the in the vent, so we don't need to take one out here. And now this is probably my favorite frog in the game.
Really?
So I'm going to run to here, turn, I'm going to shoot this guard in the leg, so that puts everyone on caution and causes Rykov, who we are trying to grab, to run to here. I'm going to grab him. And then, whilst I've got him grabbed... Oh!
no.
And Snake put his gun down. Thanks, Snake. Try that again. So yeah, this is my favorite character because it's the only character in the game that you shoot whilst holding... like, grabbing someone.
That is a cool strat.
Very cool.
Try this again.
I honestly forgot you could do that in this game as a mechanic.
Yeah, you don't really do CQC holding up like this in runs. There we go.
If you're not used to the game, that is an awkward bit of button pressing. That's one thing, at least MGS 1 through 3 have in common, is that the controls kind of turn some new players off.
They can definitely be difficult to get used to at this if you're starting out.
For sure.
Oh, one more thing I forgot to do. Eat. So normally here we put the Rykov uniform on, but there's one more frog and you can't use weapons whilst you're dressed up as Rykov. Do you like glitches? Because MGS3 only has one.
Whoa.
And that was it.
Let's go.
Super speed.
Box slide. That's awesome.
Got the name right too.
Oh, really?
Actually,
That is exactly what it's called.
Yeah.
Perfect.
This one's a pain. I'm
Yeah,
not
got him.
gonna lie. Yeah, there you go.
It's difficult to see whether you shot him or not because you get the bullet hole in the window. Right.
Bullets going through windows as well in this game are weird. They like kind of go upward, so you have to aim a little downward.
Sir.
Alrighty, we now have a 2-minute unskippable cutscene. Well, I say cutscene, we actually have control during this scene. But yeah, there's nothing we can do here. One thing I am gonna do is I have muted my game audio on OBS because this is a torture scene. Sokolov is being tortured by being beaten, and then Snake, who we are in first person view right now, he's got a bag over his head. I've muted the game audio on OBS because we usually do. Any MGS3 runner you see doing this at a marathon, a lot of them will mute the audio here because it's just not pleasant. You don't. I can hear it, and I don't want to be listening to it.
Now, you said there's nothing you can do, but there is a tiny little, I don't even know if you'd call it a glitch here. You can hold the item menu or the weapon menu as Volgan's hitting you, and your health won't go down. Fun fact.
I've always wondered, because his health does go back up after the sequence, but does the damage you take here count towards your scorecard at the end?
Ooh, I don't know that, actually.
I don't know. That's a good question, actually.
Probably not, because there is a category in MGS3, PS2, called Perfect Stats, and I'm pretty sure at the end it's 0 health bars taken.
Okay.
Unless it's less than a health bar here. I don't know.
I think he takes about half here.
We'll find out now because you can now see it's starting to go down.
True.
with every punch. It's a good question. I mean, there's a great cutscene at one point where every single person in that cutscene except Volgin is a spy,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know.
And he does the famous villain speech where he tells the hero everything, where the Philosopher's Legacy is in the underground vaults of Groznygrad. You'll never get it there. Guess what? It gets stolen.
Spinning Snake around 10 times forces him to throw up.
You okay? Oh, jeez. Did you throw up?
This is really, really funny.
Just waiting there for
Repeats
him.
with the soda combo.
Oh, I missed one of those hits.
Yeah,
There should have been three. Yeah, should have been three hits. But we need to knock Johnny out, partly because we can't get an alert here from him, but also we need these smoke grenades because we didn't get this keratin earlier, because it's quicker to wait and get it here. So I've got the rat that I picked up. I'm going to throw that. That's going to immediately distract a guard at the bottom. Use the smoke grenades. Cook it to hide footsteps from these guys. Ah! I was slightly too slow in setting off.
That's one of the most
spotted there.
tense rooms, in my opinion. It's just so tight.
It's a very punishing room. I had a lot of trouble with this room when I was learning European Extreme.
Same.
Remember?
There we go. I was a little too slow setting off. So we do have most of the keratin frogs in Groznygrad. We're going to go this room. We've already got this one. The very next room, there is still a frog. I said there's 4 quadrants. We haven't got the frog in here, but this is where we're going to re-enter Groznygrad after we've got all of our equipment back. So we will get it then. So smoke grenades. I'm going to throw another one there.
No,
That's good.
Learned this smoke strat. I went straight to the food distract.
Throw my last one at the dog.
Clean. That's
Very
a tough
clean.
room.
Through.
It seems simple, just 2 smokes, right? But like, no, that can be tough.
That the first smoke grenade is reasonably precise. It's not like pixel perfect or anything like that, but it can be pretty precise.
What I found was useful for it, when he goes in first person, I just tap up once on the D-pad. It's giving me the perfect angle every single time.
And we need the SAA bullets here.
Oh, because you can't kick that one, right? It's like out of reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So this, the sewers down here, this is one of the only rooms in the game, one of the only rooms in the game that doesn't have a frog. So we don't have to worry.
Me up. This and After the Fury, these were the 2 rooms I was like, where is this frog, man? I'll never find him.
I can imagine here too, the sewer is massive.
Yeah, like what? There should be a frog here, realistically, in my opinion. But
There are actually some real frogs swimming around in the water.
I was gonna say, yeah. I thought frogs live in the sewers.
there are some. None we're looking for. Bright green, smiling ones.
Ones that make funny noises.
Waka waka.
And then we're going into a quote-unquote boss fight. It's not really a boss fight. There's no frog in this fight either, because it's kind of a dream sequence. It's the Sorrow. For the Sorrow, all we're going to do is take a death. We're going to deliberately drown Snake, because once we get the game over screen, we can use the revival pill to wake back up again. The only other thing you can do in this room is if you do go all the way, you can follow him all the way down the river and come across his body at the other end. If you do, you get his camo for doing it, but that's not important. It's only important if you're doing an all camos run.
And all camos. I just did that earlier today.
Frog's here. Nice. Because as you can see, I've got no stamina, and I haven't got the animals camo this time, so it does get a bit trickier to shoot. So I'm happy with that one.
Tiki roll?
Hit the edge a bit too quickly there. That's all right. That's fine. If you fall in the water there, that is a massive time loss because you have to swim and go all the way around the back. It's really annoying.
It's like 14, 15 seconds, something like that.
And then Gakko's on that ledge.
Yeah. This is one I was struggling with in my recent practice runs for ACAG.
So, the remake that came out last year, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the 64 Keratin frogs are still in the game and they are still in their original locations, but they added 64 Gakko frogs as well. Gakko ducks as well. And I've done the run. It is quite challenging because some of the Gakko ducks are horrendous.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, one last little bit of inventory management. We equipped the Orscam camo. That was what I wanted very early on. That's what getting that camo is why I picked
MGS.
I like MGS3 at the start of the run because you get it for that.
And for those who may not be aware of what it does, it reduces damage by 33%, which would be very useful for the bike chase coming up.
Very true. Very, very true. Sneaking camo does the same thing. On New Game Plus, you'll see some people use it, myself included, just because I love the sneaking camo. I think it's hot.
I'm a big Cold War guy. I'm not gonna lie. Big Cold War camo guy.
Cold War route.
The less I have to think during the bike chase, the better.
In any percent, I'd be using the Cold War camo, but you get the Cold War camo by defeating Volgin non-lethally, which is slightly slower and a bit more tricky. And of course, but you get it in New Game Plus, so that's fine. But obviously, in this, we're playing new games. We can't use it.
No.
Now, some people might be wondering what happened in that room because I just ran in front of a bunch of people. Oh. I'm going to need to just wait a second. Yeah, we're good.
No problem.
I shot a little late there. So yeah, I whilst in the cardboard box, I just ran in front of a bunch of guards and they didn't see me. There's a thing in this game called priority for the guards, where guards will prioritize certain things happening. I wasn't under caution at that point, and one guard spotted that there was an unconscious guard on the floor. And for every single guard in the area at that moment, it is more important to them that they investigate a guard on the floor than it is to see a cardboard box wandering around. So they don't care. Oh, he is in a annoying spot.
You can go under.
I'm gonna take.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Wow.
Good shot.
That'll do.
Great. I could barely see it.
My community lovingly call that frog knuckles. I'll explain why in a minute.
Right, Volgin is pretty straightforward. You're gonna throw him down, shoot him in the head as much as possible. Yeah, and sometimes you just get like this little second phase. Oh my, he's still alive.
There we go. I'll do.
There you go.
Nice.
And then this next phase, funny enough, phase 2 is easier. Gotta get the Keratin real quick. And then you just kind of spam him down with the SVD. And you can run out here, which I have. Switch to the 1911.
I'll do.
Well done.
And obviously, there was a frog in the middle of all of that.
Yeah.
So I have to get that as well. All right, because I am not on Foxhound rank because of all the continues I've done. We are now going to throw non-lethal out the window because it is faster to just take these guards out.
Yep, time to kill.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, I can hear it quacking.
Got it. Yeah.
So during this phase, we want to try and chip as much of the Shaggohod's health as we can. It's very, very slow. You'll see it's barely going down at all. But every little bit we can do will reduce his health when we actually do the boss fight proper in a little bit.
And the thing about lethal kills here is it's actually much faster. Because you can skip all the menuing. So honestly, not getting Foxhound up to this point is a bit of a blessing. Still kind of like stings a little bit whenever it happens, but like, you know, you're going to be saving time at the end of the run.
And on the flip side, it is extremely cathartic to just blast them.
Yeah, you see that 5 kill right there?
Especially those ones. It's so cool to take out all 5 of them at the same time.
Monster kill.
And this is, with the Shaggohod fight, as long as it goes well, this is about a 15-minute auto-scroller, unfortunately.
Kojima loves those, eh? He's got quite a few of those.
He really does. He loves them, man.
Did you say 15 minutes?
About 15 minutes of the bike chase, yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, bike chase.
We are in here for the long haul.
Shaggohod fight into the bike chase. Yeah. Yeah, it's all in all about 15 minutes.
Interesting.
So Shaggohod isn't chasing us in this section. Ooh. That'd be fine. Oh, one of them had an RPG, but he missed. Very glad about that.
Actually surprised about that. I feel like I always get hit by that one if I miss.
I'll be honest with you guys, I've never been hit by that RPG guy.
No? Damn.
Not once.
Yo, he messes me
There's the keratin.
Not gonna lie.
Now this guy has nailed me with the RPG.
That guy? You mean this guy over here? There's no way that guy hits you.
Nah, listen.
I'm
Every version of MGS3 is individualized.
Fair.
That section, taking out all of those guards, that's the only section where we have to take all the guards out, otherwise we won't continue. Obviously, we want to take out guards because we don't want to take too much damage.
Yeah.
But that's the only bit where we have to take them all out to actually progress. Eva won't leave. There is, I think the worst RPG guy is this one.
That guy, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, but he got
he does suck.
Should be
He's
alright.
terrible.
Sucks. He's the worst one.
Terrible guy.
He's a hard one to hit. If you don't hit him, he will always hit you 100% of the time.
Actually, when I play the PC version of MGS3 these days, and I always switch to keyboard mouse for the bike chase.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's so much, in my opinion, so much easier.
Interesting. I've actually not played the game on keyboard and mouse yet.
That's the only time I use it.
Yeah.
Now,
It's respawning there.
there can only be a maximum of 4 bikes on the screen at once. So if you shoot the gunmen and leave the driver, who shoot you way less, no more new bikes will spawn in, so you can just kind of chill, and as you can see, get the Keratin.
Let's get the driver again. This room's nearly done. And then we got another keratin in a similar spot in the next room, and then I'm gonna be blasting the Shaggohod as much as possible.
Forgive me for not paying attention, but you did hit the one on the forklift, right?
The one on the...
The forklift in the area of prior.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I remember that, yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh man.
So this one is all the way over there. I think I've already hit it.
Well, I couldn't.
Yep, there we go.
There you go.
Nice.
We'll just be able to hear it as we go past.
Yep. Which, I don't know if it's just my setup, but in Delta, you cannot. After you pass it, it's like impossible to hear.
The Gakko docking in this room for Delta is horrendous. It's one of the worst ones, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's tough. I know, because I was watching your run to learn the route. just the other day. Man, this is a nightmare.
So this trick that I'm doing is called quick reloading, where I think we talked about it before, about quickly equipping and unequipping the weapon. It's actually in the instruction manual for MGS3. It is an intended mechanic. Here, I remember stand up.
Nice.
Waka waka.
I remember seeing. I'm pretty sure it's in the in-game tutorial as well. If you go into the section with it, it talks about tactical reloads.
That's it. Tactical reloading is what they call it.
Yeah, I think we just all call it quick reloading. It's because that's what it is. It's
that is.
All right, I'm gonna concentrate on this fight.
Yeah, this fight can be very, very tough. There's a cycle here that. Oh, that's crazy. You're a madman for going for that. I love it.
Haven't got the loop, unfortunately.
Nah, it's
the
tough.
loop is very, very difficult.
No, either stop moving, please.
I think I mentioned it earlier in the run. It is like, it's got to be like within a second.
I could still maybe get it down for a couple cycles, and most of the time, it's really, really hard. For those who may not be aware, if at the very start you can line up a shot to stop the treads, you shoot the back, and then you quickly alternate between back and tread. If you do it correctly, Eva stays in the spot, and so does the Shagohod. But it's really hard to do.
It is. You have to get it like at the beginning, or like to recover the cycle is so hard. It's almost RNG to get the cycle.
Yeah.
If you don't get it first try. I try and use a sound cue, but since you have to menu at the very beginning, it kind of varies. So I'm like 50-50 at it.
This is one,
I heard the keratin though, so I think you have.
Yeah, I've definitely shot the keratin.
Yeah.
Luckily, phase 2 is a lot simpler.
Oh yeah, it's lovely. Just compared to phase 1.
Rinse and repeat. 3 times for lethal, 4 times for non-lethal.
Yep. Easy peasy.
And that's Volgin. He is definitely 100% dead, and yeah, he's back. He's back in Phantom Pain.
He'll never come back.
Oh, no.
So we got the rest of Bike Chase.
He comes back just to realize it's the wrong guy, and then he's like, man, I gotta die again.
MGS 5 story is a tragedy at heart. That's
it really is for everybody.
It really is.
Oh, that wasn't very good. There we go. So the frog in this room, I refer to this frog as Hell Frog. In fact, this Hell Frog became such a thing in my community. My computer is named Hell Frog after this frog. The reason this one is so bad is because unlike every other room, any bike chase room, you only get one chance to take out a frog. There's no backtracking in here. If you miss the frog and leave the room, that's it. Run is dead. And the frog in this room is right at the end. If you miss it, you have seconds before you leave. Like any of the runway frogs and stuff like that, if you miss it, then you can just whip out the RPG, blast the floor to take a death. You can't use fake death pill during the bike chase. So you just whip out the RPG, shoot the ground so that you take explosion damage until you die, and you reset. But you do not have the time in this one. So if you miss it, then yeah, your run's dead. So here's hoping I don't miss, and this is why I'm using the RPG as well.
You got this.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
The other problem on European Extreme is the guard who is in the truck above the frog has got an RPG. And if you don't take him out, he will shoot you, and then you will probably die in this room.
Absolutely.
Got it?
Nice.
Got it? Nice.
One more. There is one more bike chase frog. And then here, rather than use the RPG, it is much safer to use the Mark 22, because if you shoot one of these, they're too close to you, you get hit by your own RPG. That's a load of damage. You'll see there's loads of trees. If you accidentally shoot one of the trees, that's a load of damage. So yeah, you don't want to be using the RPG in this section.
This room in general is pretty terrible, especially if you're just learning the run. So if you miss one of these guards, especially a center one, he can fly over you and catch you on fire with his thrusters, which even for experienced runners, like it happens all the time.
Ooh.
Like that.
Just like that can happen too. You can knock one out and he blows up into a tree, take damage, and you can usually tank this log shot without having to shoot it. But now he's gonna have to shoot it because well, it decided.
That's about half.
Tree.
Yeah, no, this is an absolutely brutal room. And I think it's really frustrating when you shoot guards that are really hard to hit, and then you get punished by them falling onto you.
Mm-hmm.
That was really clean, though. Really good shooting.
Yeah, that's always a bit of a nail biter. Again, on New Game Plus, if we've got the Cold War camo, you don't have to worry about any of this, because the Cold War camo just makes it completely free.
And on the contrast of that, it goes into like the easiest room of the bike chase. If you just shoot all these sidecar guys, you don't even have to worry about anything, even on European Extreme.
Got it?
Nice. Beauty.
Right, that is all of the bike chase frogs. We are done for bike chase frogs. We're in the clear.
Woohoo!
Which means there are 1, 2, 3 more frogs left in the game. We've got 3 rooms left.
Excellent.
And when you do shoot these guys, you can kind of see their body jiggle for a second. That's how Nick knew that one guy was getting knocked out without having to shoot him again. They kind of like go in shock after you shoot him for a second.
How'd he shoot me from there? I would be in shock too.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god. This guy's shooting me with a Nerf gun from that distance. It's crazy.
You do get some wonderful moments. Some wonderful moments with this where you shoot one and the rest get taken out by the bike that's flailing around.
You can
love the domino.
You can get some multi-kills like crazy here.
There we go. Bike chase complete. Thankfully.
Excellent.
Yeah, very, very nice.
The other nice thing about playing on the Master Collection is that we don't lose any frame rate. If you watch like PS3 runs or PS2 runs, particularly on very easy difficulty, you'll see the runner just looking at the sky because it's the only way of reducing any frame rate drops.
I still have to do that on PC Master Collection because I'm like, ooh, sucks.
That's rough. that is rough, buddy.
It's just the first runway. I have to look forward. If I let the camera do its thing and look back at the guards and the Shagod, I drop like 30 frames.
Aye. Playing the PS2 at that point.
Yeah, it's the only area though. Every other spot is golden, but for some reason, runway 1 is a nightmare for me on PC. That's why I switched to PS5. I've not run the PC in forever.
All right, so Zazoe West, this is all one big room. The previous bit where I just ran straight through is still the same room as this one. So don't worry about the fact that I haven't shot the frog yet, because the frog is later on. Normally, in an any % run, you would go right, you go the other way, but the frog is over here, so we've got to go this way. And we do have to take some guards out who are going to come up behind me. Oh, there he is. I didn't even see him there.
Watching them all go on caution right there was really funny.
Froggy friend is down here.
Big hide.
And then I just want to stand here just in case any of them still keep coming. It's a little bit random. Oh, yep. That's fine. I've shot him twice. He'll drop in a second. There it goes. It's a little bit random there because depending on exactly which guard you shoot at which time will slightly vary how all of the guards react and whether they keep moving, whether they turn around or anything like that. So as long as you're ready for it, it's absolutely fine.
Now you'll notice,
Here we go on.
you'll notice Nick take a lot of stutter steps because he has to stay relatively close to Eva. Otherwise, she'll take her own lines or move really jankily. So you have to stay kind of like this within their pace.
It's like if you're too far away, she might go all the way down and round the bottom of that log instead. It's very, very annoying.
She loves to take crazy.
So this room can be a little bit tricky, but as long as you get that shot, it's not too bad. Lean out and take that guy out. Tiptoes that guy. Eva is following me. Good.
Whenever you lean around a corner, the guards can't see you. And here's the magic tree, I like to call it. Even if Nick misses that headshot just like that, that guy turns around, he can't see you in that giant gap.
This is the penultimate frog. We call this one the Freak because it's completely free. It takes no. We've got to wait for Eva anyway, so it takes no time at all to shoot that frog.
I don't think I have a run on the boards that I haven't shot that frog.
Kick that plant because it distracts the guard underneath me.
I hear something.
Just like that shot on the dog way earlier. It's the same exact thing. That guy heard something, so he's going to walk the entire way around the map, and we will never see him again.
Nope.
And then there was
Only a thought to
one.
look up.
There is one more guard hiding in the bushes. As long as we stay away from him, he's fine. You can just see him. There's a snake. A snake's going to slither right next to him. As long as we stay over here, it's fine. He's very focused down the barrel of his gun. With that, we've got one boss, two rooms technically. There is a little sort of epilogue afterwards. There's one little bit to do where there's no frog. But this next room is the final boss, and the final frog.
Good thing
So here we
about
go.
new game is when he defeats the boss, there's going to be a lot of time to collect the camo. So he's going to have a bunch of time to just shoot the frog right after the boss. And the boss, ironically, being the last boss in the game, is pretty simple. You just have to get her in this loop where you CQC counter, double headshot,
Excellent, Jack.
throw her down, throw a stun in the air, and then you just repeat that loop pretty much until her halfway.
Oh, too fast.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
She does have iframes.
Yeah.
So
I
he's
think
a
that
little
also
on the way.
happens if you shoot directly in the back of her head, in my experience.
Possible. No, 1, 2, throw down,
You're better than I remember.
then a stun grenade.
Don't think the
It
stun grenade
should.
will work here.
It might work.
No, it doesn't. She's on
That's
less than half.
Yeah. Sometimes there's a little sliver left, and even that's enough just to get her in that loop.
Brace yourself.
It's okay. So we have to deliberately break the loop at one point anyway because she can't get stunned anymore. So here, I'm not gonna shoot her in the head. Hide.
Yeah, just hide from the bullets, because his health is relatively low. He wouldn't die from like a barrage of bullets or anything, but...
There we go.
Make sure you get the frog.
Where is it?
Oh no. Fake death pill! Fake death pill!
I can't.
It's good. You get the Mosin's out.
I can't find it.
Oh.
No.
I've got to double check
That's
live split. I've got to
interesting.
double check live split to make sure I am not comparing against. No, I'm comparing it against personal best. It is correct time and all of that. I do believe if I had shot that frog, this would be world record.
Oh, man.
It was just the angle. The angle.
Normally in that fight, because that fight went kind of went so astray and she ran around and all of that, Normally you finish that fight in the same spot every time, and it's really easy to find the frog because you know exactly where you are. But yeah, that was a very odd, I think it must have been like on a tree directly above me or something like that, and I just couldn't see it.
I think it
but
was
yeah,
tree to the
according
south.
to I have the current world record, and according to my live split, I am 1 minute and 55 seconds ahead of it.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. You were killing it.
Dang.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so good.
Well, hey, at least you know you can get the world record a little better now, and
Absolutely.
So we are coming up on we are coming up on marathon time. I alt tabbed out of the I alt tabbed out to check live split. So this is the final bit. Time will be when I shoot. So I'm going to keep pulling the trigger as soon as I take a shot. Time.
GG.
1 minute 51 ahead. Now, normally in a normal run of this, time is actually at the end of this 11 minute credit sequence. So I'm going to mute the credit audio because that is a flag for copyright hits. So yeah, normally we would sit through all of this. We'd see the keratin rank at the end of the game to confirm that it was all keratins. We already know that it isn't all keratins because I missed the last one. But yeah, this has been Metal Gear Solid 3. All but one keratin frog, which
new category.
as I said, should have been world record.
A very tragic do most of the things, unfortunately.
Otherwise, it was a fantastic showing from many of those rooms. I learned so many new things, not for just keratins in general, but even like a regular any % run. I'm taking some of this stuff with me. Great stuff, Nick.
Incredible watch.
Thank you.
Incredible watch.
Cool. Do you two want to do your sort of outros? Where can people find you and stuff like that?
Sure thing. Val, you want to go first?
Sure. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Nick is a great inspiration for the MGS community in general. He's got excellent runs. Thank you guys for having me as well. I really appreciate being on here. If you want to see me, also try my hat at these. I'm at Valentino Pokemon and on YouTube. Thank you.
Awesome. And again, shout out Nick. That was a dope run. Whether it was one Croton short or not, like straight up, that just shows the potential there is for the category. Still 2 minutes is crazy. I'm Delfino Plaza Guy. You can find me on YouTube. Same name as here. I just run 3, Delta, and most other Metal Gear games, but like not as much as 3 and Delta. So, yeah.
Well, thank you both very much for joining me for this run. It's always so much easier to do when you've got commentators who know so much and can sort of carry you through those moments that are really tricky. I'm in Nick RP Green. You can find me in lots of different places. Primarily, I stream at twitch.tv/Nick RP Green. I'm actually learning Metal Gear Rising Revengeance at the moment because I'm going to be on the Speedruns GDQ restream commentating for it. So I figured now's a good time to finally learn it. You can also find me on the GDQ channel at this time every other Friday. So I'm the showrunner for Fast Travel, which is the run, the show, which is exactly the same time as Do All the Things, just on the other week. So if you want to come and check out some runs from runners from different regions of the world, come and check out that. Yeah, I'll also be on the Speedruns run and various other places. I've got a marathon team, the Albion Speedrun Collective. We've just had our first event, which went really, really well. We're doing an Italian restream soon, so go check out Albion Speedrun Collective as well. But yeah, thank you very much for having me, Shasta. This has been really, really great to show this off. I'll leave it to you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for showing it off, honestly. And y'all better follow Nick, by the way, after that run, because I might just probably run it back at some points and get that world record on stream. You gotta be there for that.
I'll do it at some point.
Hell yeah, let's go. But yeah. We're going to be right back in just a second here with our other run tonight for Do All the Things. Got Ratchet Clank going Commando, all platinum bolts of Mantadia. That's going to be Welcome back, everybody, to Do All the Things, GDQ Hotfix show all about Hearts experience, completionist categories in general. I'm your host, Mr. Shasta, and right now we got our final round of the evening right here. We got Ratchet Clank and Commando, all platinum bolts of Mantadia. This is a sick run to say the least. I've seen lots of Ratchet.
Hey, I'm doing all right.
And they always deliver.
Excited to run some all platinum bolts, or APB as we call it.
How you doing, Knights?
All platinum bolts, or APB as we call it.
Heck yeah.
Wingo, you here?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, Wingo? How you doing, bud?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I ran this at GDQ in 2021, so it's been a while, but
yeah,
I'm commentating.
I brought Wingo along because he's who was a good friend of mine when I was running and kept my motivation high. So, and Wingo's a commentator in the past for a few.
You said was a good friend? Dang.
Dang.
That's pretty messed up. All right.
Well, when you were running, you were a good friend. No, I don't mean it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So this game counts down from 15 when we start on PS2. We are running on PS2. I know a lot of runs run on PS3, but we're still running on PS2. So this run just starts from 15, and whenever you're ready, I'm ready to go.
Yep. Anytime you're ready.
All right, so it's going to come down from 15 as soon as I hit this. All right, go. As soon as the planet, the game becomes visible after the planet, that's when timing starts, as soon as Ratchet becomes visible, which is on this final load right here. So, all right, anyway, this is all platinum bolts. This is any percent with a twist. It's kind of similar in a vein to all levels categories, if you're familiar with those. There is 40 secret items hidden around all the levels, or most of them. We will be skipping one level, which is the tutorial level for the ships missions, which is normally mandatory in every bit of every playthrough. You can't even skip it on NG Plus or anything, but there is a skip for it, and it's so silly if I don't explain it to you. You won't even notice it. But basically the game starts in a very weak fashion. Ratchet has 4 health, which isn't a lot, and he has 2 guns, which are actually both pretty good. And I'm already doing a little bit of tech I'll explain shortly. We have 2 guns. We're going to upgrade both of them because they're both actually pretty great, starting weapons. But essentially all we can do right now is flip forward, which is faster than walking, and jumping is faster than walking as well. So we don't have a lot of options yet, but you'll see how we kind of use that move set to do some pretty large skips on the next planet. But Aranos, there's not anything too crazy besides we're just playing the game. And that's first level. It's pretty fast. I did 1 or 2 little minor skips and stuff, but nothing too wild. Yeah, so this run is going to perpetually get, as we collect more and more stuff, we're going to be getting faster and faster. I think Uzla is probably a great level to show that even with limited movement, we can do a lot here. So this first thing, we're going to clip out of bounds on this plant, and then we're going to jump up this big mountain, and that skips a good minute-long section we would just have to flip through. Which doesn't seem like the largest skip, but we're going to do a few more that are really, really cool of similar fashion. Not just clipping, but little minor movement exploits that we'll build upon later. We are trying to get a little bit of XP and money along the way. There are money-based pay, tolls throughout the run. And here right now we're going to be doing a nice little space double jump along with our hyper strike move, which is just a slam. And that just lets you cross some of the bigger gaps in the game, spacing out with a hyper strike. You'll see us really exploit that later on, but that skips one of the bosses in the game. Not that he takes super long or anything, but, it helps. Here's probably the biggest early game skip. We're going to be doing a out-of-bounds flip there that gets the continue point, and then we're done the level, pretty much. But don't blink, because this part of the game's pretty packed. Here is the level skip. And it's done, and that was really easy. It's hard to explain, but all it really is just a menuing difference there. For some reason, you exit the ship and you press down, and that forces the game to select the planet in a different way. Normally, the game checks when you go to Maktar if you've completed Whoopash or not. And the way we menu there is we essentially force the game to select Maktar as a level instead of Whoopash as a level. And this makes the game skip the entirety of Whoopash, which is great because it has no serial, cereal. It has no actual benefit. It has no cereal. Yeah. We're not going to have a balanced breakfast on this level. It has no serious impact on the level. No what?
No Frosted Flakes.
No.
No Cinnamon Life. No that stuff.
We're going to be grabbing our first bolt in a second, which is exciting. This is our first platinum bolt in the run. We do have platinum bolts we've already skipped. We're going to go back and get them later. There are items in the game that are so ridiculously fast that we can just reload the level and it's fine. This one is almost an intended skip. You just jump on the boxes that you're normally meant to break. I guess they just don't expect you to. I don't know what they want you to do there casually. It's just not a very big gap, so it's very easy to cross.
Probably a high jump or something.
Yeah, I think you're meant to revisit it with Clank, but I don't know. Nobody knows because we don't know the intended way of doing certain things because nobody tells us, right? There's kind of just like you play an old game and you just like, it's just like, here's the level, goodbye, and then you just gotta kind of figure everything out. But yeah, so far we've just been collecting bolts, doing little skips to skip ahead. Once we get Clank and a few other gadgets, the game is gonna open up like insanely wide because we just have so many more options in terms of movement or everything. I actually got good RNG here, so I can do like the full arena besides this guy just being annoying. The arena is a little strange. The way the arena works is that the waves counter in the bottom right doesn't correlate to like how many containers come out. They actually work a little bit differently. So like, see how it doesn't really change until I kill that last one. It's just based on like the last container, and you want to kill whatever that is as quick as possible. There's no like, these guys don't matter, but these guys do. So you just kind of want to kill the last part of the wave as quick as possible, and that's it. I've been running a lot of 100%, so I'm really trying to fight muscle memory from that category. And it's very difficult. Like, I really want to go hit the slot machines and gamble, but sadly that's not in our run. So we don't have to do anything
there entirely. I've been there before.
I don't run these two like at the same time, because sometimes you fail a 100% run, and that's a 3-hour category, and you're like, oh, maybe not for long though. But you're like, oh, I don't have time for another run. You're like, well, I do have time for APB, but if I run that, it's going to poison my muscle memory. So it's just going to be one of those categories where running it is actually a detriment to my improvement. And I have like terrible muscle memory problems. But anyway, we do that arena because it grants us access to a gadget that's pretty much not worth explaining. It's just a reaction timing test. And then it gives us Endako, which is a pretty important planet. Endako was notoriously, as Wingo will tell you, his favorite level, but it doesn't have any like crazy tech for a long time, but now that we do it, it's kind of nuts. Like, it really became like a big test of skill now, so where like losing time on Endako used to be kind of like, you messed up a little bit, but now it's like, ooh, it's very easy to do now. We're going to be doing the first of many camera manipulations, which are something new to Wingo here. I don't think we did any camera-based tech when Wingo was around, but this really kind of exploded. Don't blink. But you can do a manip there to do with how the camera gets stuck and it keeps pushing against Ratchet. And then if you do a flip at the right time using the proper inputs, the camera will push Ratchet up into the wall. Just happens to be all like good there. And then we're going to do another kind of camera trick here again. Once I take care of these sweeper bots so they don't bother me. We're going to go against this wall, and then we're going to clip through it. It's another camera push. Essentially, when Ratchet is doing a movement option, you have the ability to... you have the ability to... you have the ability to make it so that... like the camera goes fast in on Ratchet, and then if you take the push the camera gives you and then apply like a movement ability, you can go through some of the walls, but it's all like very contextual. Right here I'm going to do similar stuff, but with Clank, which is a godsend because these sections are terrible. We're going to go through that vent, which actually for some reason has real collisions, so we actually get to slide through it, which you'd never know. But yeah, most of the vents do. Another really easy camera clip here that I failed, which is fun. Give me 1 second. Bam. Wow. And now we have Clank with Ratchet.
Way to go.
Can you explain the difference between thruster, way to go, and helipack? Wingo?
Me? Yeah. Yeah. So with Clank movement, it's pretty essential for the early game because we don't have the charge boots yet, and the thruster pack essentially gives you like further distance and it's faster to do long jumps with. So you do a lot of long jump tech with thruster pack, and then we also still do like the macaroni side flips that we talked about earlier. And then we will use the helipack though later for specific mid-air long jump tech, which works a little bit differently than in Ratchet 1 because it's not patched, but it's just harder to do. But yeah, the thruster pack is essential for the early game of the game, and until we get the charge boots. And
Yeah, the helipack essentially is your speed like multiplier, so you can take speed and then use the helipack to kind of like do things into it, but you can't really do that with the thruster pack, so it's a really big burst of speed. That doesn't mean the thruster pack is useless though, because there are things like double jumps that are just straight up better with the thruster pack that you will need to do even when you have the charge boots and all this other wacky movement tech. I'm going to be finishing up the both weapons actually in a second. I'm a little bit behind on XP, so I gotta get some backup XP, but we're gonna do some rapid fire. Don't blink. And then I'm gonna XP steal off him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot him at the very end of his thing, and that makes the weapons XP go to the gun that I shot him at the end with instead of the one that did all the damage, which is only possible in Rack 2. Unless it's possible in a future game that I don't know. But
also shoutouts to Swing Shot Swag.
Oh yeah. The Endako Swing Shot Swag. I do a little
that's been around forever.
I do a little another menuing trick here, because we do have to go back to Maktar, and that check for Woopash, which is the tutorial ship level, is still active, so I just have to do the same menuing tech there, which is, some people find it like kind of annoying to do, but it'll trip even me up sometimes, but we're going good right now. This is actually like not a bad run. Another cute little movement tech here. We're gonna do a pack switch, if I get it right. Ouch. There we go. Alright, so basically the trick to that movement is that if you stick your tongue out while you do it, you get it every time, which is exactly what I did. Now, if you take the thruster pack speed and you transfer it into the helipack speed, again, it's kind of like a multiplier. So I get that movement ability, and then once I grab that ledge, I have it stored, and then I can let go. And since the helipack isn't gonna just like eat my speed and set it back to neutral, I can carry that and like clip underneath it. So it's actually a really neat little like manipulation you can do there with some of the movement. And you clip right under the thing. There is backups to like save what I did, but I did want to show that off, so it's fine. Not that I know the backups anyway. I normally just give up if I miss that. Another cute little chain. Oh, they're so adorable, aren't they?
Oh, that's a new chain.
Yeah. I don't know how much that saves, I just like doing it. Because it looks nice. I'm sure it saves like a little bit. But this is jamming, right? This is like the Mario Galaxy level before Mario Galaxy. It's okay. There's nothing really crazy about these like moon levels. They look very nice. Like, I like the colors. I like what they do. But they really tone down the gravity, which is probably why no one actually compared it to Mario Galaxy that much. Because it doesn't feel that much difference. In categories like New Game Plus, when you have the charge boots and levels where they might actually have like moon gravity where it actually bothers you, you will feel a difference, but not when you're just playing as like normal Ratchet, which is the one most people remember. This is a bigger long pack switch chain, and we're gonna nail it, and we get all the way over to the other platform. The goal of level was just to break these like little platforms. We have 6 of them, and we're done. And that was nice. And we go. That was jamming. We do have to return to Maktar and leave now, but we're now entering the Terrible 2, which is probably the 2 most like reset heavy points in the run. Wingo, you are going to tell me how much Raritanium I have, and you're going to remind me before I leave, okay?
Before you leave what?
Felton, when I get there.
Felton? Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Because that is my Thanos. Like, I cannot beat that level.
Yeah. That's also one of the downsides of skipping Whoopash is we're more limited on Raritanium, because when we used to do Whoopash Nebula, you'd get much more Raritanium and you consistently be able to get extra upgrades for your ship, for the ship missions, but now it's more limited, so...
Yeah, so like it's kind of one of the necessary evils of skipping a pretty terrible level is that terrible level came with the plus side of making like RNG not a big of a factor. But now you actually do have to worry every once in a while. I say it kills about 15% of runs, which isn't a lot, but it's enough to be annoying. So
I like that chain a lot too.
Yeah, if I didn't bonk, I went too fast. Yeah. Wingo, do you know anything about race skip, or should I take the lead?
I mean, I know how to do it, and I learned it, but like, just you should explain it because you run the game still. I don't.
All right, so race skip is a skip where you grab a checkpoint that's supposed to be for something ahead. It's pretty much like the race has a series of like 20 checkpoints, and you grab it ahead. You flip into or you like dip into the checkpoint for 1 frame. And then you dip out of it in 1 frame, and then you go backwards because it's pretty much like, hey, you're good to go for the rest of the race. And no, you're not, because you're going backwards into the checkpoint. So you go to the wrong progression lock, and it just ends up being really, really convenient. But the skip is very hard, so I'm not going to talk during it. But Wingo or whoever wants to talk can speak. If you have anything to say for a shout out for GDQ, now's the time.
I can say some things for sure if you want me to. Sure. I can talk about the Summer Games on Quid 2026. It's coming pretty soon. Live in Minneapolis, Minnesota from July 5th through 11th. Visit gq.gg to learn more or register for your events. And also, next Friday actually, stay tuned for the schedule drop coming out then. Look forward to that. That's going to be awesome. You also submitted this run to GDQ if I recall correctly, so best of luck with that. I did.
Yeah, I'm excited because I've put a lot of work personally. Hold on, Wingo. You take lead. I'm having trouble with this game. It's kicking my butt right now.
Yeah, Manta's been like grinding this game like since like I stopped running this game in 2021, and Manto picked it up like late 2021. He's literally been grinding it like on and off since like 2021. So
that's awesome.
He's put a lot of effort into the category and gotten it to a really insane like optimization point.
Still not first though right now, which stinks. But oh lord, I knew this skip would beat my butt up. I was looking forward to the other run was so fast I didn't get to practice this. I was like, oh no, it's gonna beat my butt as soon as we get to it. But hopefully I'll get it soon. I've gotten 2 of them already, so I just need 1 more. But there we go. This is fine, right? Really? Okay. It's more of an eye test than anything, and a remember to blink test. There we go. This should be good. There's no way. All right. It was really bad, but like, it's over at least. That's like the...
Still save time over normally doing the race.
Yeah. It's just, that is not the easiest trick to do. It is definitely one of the harder tricks in the run. But again, that's why I call it the Terrible 2, you know? Like, this is this level, and then the next level, which is like kind of an RNG check. This is the hardest part of the run. That's why a lot of people don't love running categories in any percent, because in NG Plus, you don't have to do Feltson at least. I found a skip for NG Plus Feltson that was kind of a skip that already exists, but it was just like a consistency to it. Before it was
you found nuke storage?
No, I found nuke storage skip.
Oh.
Yeah. So like the skip where like instead of making like you have to hit the 1 frame, it's free every time.
Oh yeah.
So that, but it loses 2 seconds, and everyone was like, yeah, that's good, because before it was like you have to hit a reaction test, and it was awful. So having that be consistent really helped a lot of people. And then immediately after that, we found race skip, which completely undid all the good we did for the category. But in this category, you got to do both. This like section is fully based on like a ability to like read the minimap and like kind of like low-key manipulate the guys, but honestly it's just a crapshoot most of the time. It's just about keeping consistency with your aim and stuff like that. Probably one of the hardest parts to run, like if I'm being full honest with you. But every once in a while I get really good ones and I go, oh, it's easy, it's free, and then I feel really good about myself. Like that wave 2 there was excellent. Like that was really good. Did I do it on purposely like super good? No, I thought it was gonna do like fine, but there's 3 types of guys. There's green, they have low health. There's purple, they have medium health. They're fast, and there's blue, and they're slow, and they warp to you. So one just like, if you watch my mini map there, he just like snaps to me. That means he's like rotating around me, and he's dead. Do you know how much rotanium I have? I told you to check.
11.
11?
10 or 11. 10 or 11.
All right, I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you. I'm putting a lot of trust in you.
I think it's 11 as well.
So if I'm low, Wingo, I'm blaming you.
You have at least 10, I know.
Okay, all right, good. All right, good. Because like that is like a consistent problem for me right now, and
that's the minimum you basically need though, is the 10.
Yeah, you need 10 because there's a trick coming up that's pretty neat that I'll have Wingo explain like when we get to it. But we need intervals of 5 for like an upgrades to our ship, which is important.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is no tech. This is a lot of people's favorite pack level, not mine, but people love this one. This is cool.
Like
It's neat. Level. You do a lot of like neat stuff. We're going to be doing things like the camera flips and camera proxies, which will become a staple. We're just going to clip out of bounds here because like we're on some area that has pretty much nothing. So we're just like, all right, whatever. Let's just go. There's a sneaky little size matters-esque hidden bolt around this corner. Yeah.
Size matters.
Yeah. But luckily, this bolt actually does have something kind of neat to it. You can go to out of bounds really easily here. Using the thruster pack, you can like hit a nasty double jump here.
You need a Terminator here. You'll have to acquire one on another.
No speed chain.
There's some really sick like pack switch chains in APB.
Yeah, there's some neat stuff. I am gonna go for the Dabo one as well. This guy shot me because he's mean. But yeah, now that we have like the thruster, the helipack, we can do, we're on like a more complicated level. We can do more open-ended movement. That's like neat. What are you saying, Wingo?
I was gonna say, Mantle also did something that's called slope intercept on that. When he did the helipack and kind of jumped on like the ledge, he was able to get an extra like high jump in with the helipack.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some like cool like pack tech now with the helipack, and you'll see why it's like better than the thruster pack. But then you'll remember that the thruster pack is secretly better than the helipack because you can do this with it. Yay. So that's Tiptoes, a tech found by a random casual that entered the Discord one day for Rack 1, but we use it in Rack 2 right there. Essentially, on any surface that Ratchet normally falls off or can like sink into, and that's dependent as well. Ratchet has like I think it's 16 frames to double jump off of it if you hold neutral, which is so random, but you can just do that, and by doing like a weird like stick movement, you can double jump all the way up to the trigger there and skip the whole building, which is fun. Now we're going to be doing Ship Shack glitch. Wingo, go ahead. All right, you lost your chance. It's over. I'll explain it real quick. Ship Shack glitch is a neat little trick there where you can grab any item, you select it, and then like if you quickly go to a cheap item, you can grab it for only $5. So you can just kind of rob the guy, and you can get like super powerful stuff, which is great because now we can do this and just one-shot the ship levels. So we go from like having great trouble on Felton to like just nuking everybody in like 1 second. It's kind of awesome.
Rules.
And now we can do a ring section. Yay! Wingo, you still here?
Yeah, sorry. I had to mute.
Oh,
there was literally a vacuum right outside my door, and like it was gonna get picked up on my mic.
It's all good.
I might have to mute again in a minute. So
do you want to explain anything about GDQ again? I got like 40 seconds for you to a minute.
Oh, just like any announcements and stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. I can plug the Discord real quickly. If you like to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can join the official Game Zone Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role to get updates on upcoming events, chat with staff, and more. Just Spacemark Discord and Twitch chat for an invite and more info.
These are like ring missions. They're very like Spyro-esque. Everybody compares them to Super Mario 64, but they're clearly more Spyro-esque because that's what the devs made before. So I can only assume it's related to Spyro.
Yeah. I was thinking Superman 64 the first time I saw it.
Yeah, everybody does. It's just like, actually, like, I played Spyro for the first time since I've been like a kid, and I played 3, and I'm like, oh, this game does feel a lot like Ratchet in a way. But the cool thing is we get a bolt there, and we also get a ton of money, which is nice because we want money. So it helps because like any percent, they're starving for money. But in this category, since we have a lot of money, we can actually do cool stuff with it. We're going to buy some ammo because we got to kill one of the bosses again. We're going to do the exact same thing we did on Endako and just bomb them to death. Another little bolt, like, bypass of a gadget. So there's a gadget we skipped all the way on Uzla called the Tracker. What is it called?
Tractor beam.
Tractor beam, there you go.
Bro skips it so much he forgot what it was.
You don't need it in anything ever, okay? Yeah, so you're supposed to like grab this like piece and like move it over there, but since we can kind of do this high jump there, you can just go right up to the top and grab it very easily.
I like that tree's out of bounds too that you guys do now.
Yeah, isn't that cute? You like that? This is fun.
Yeah, small little optimization.
Yeah, you know what? Honest to God, I have never really saved time with it, but I'm addicted to doing it now, so it's too late. I don't know if it saves or loses time, but I've only like matched, so I assume it's the same. We are now on like a weird train sequence. This is actually like shockingly similar to the moon gravity sections. Like I feel like they use similar physics or something. I don't have any like distinct proof or anything, but we're gonna be doing a little skip here. That's fun. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's we get on top of this car that we're not supposed to be on. Of course it has collision because everything in Ratchet has collision. And so we skip, you see all those enemies down there? We didn't have to fight them. It's like a little arena combat thing. And then we just stand still and shoot the guy. We also skip a little bit of platforming there too. We get hit by a car because we're on.
I always laugh at this cutscene because Ratchet's just like idly standing there like, and the car's flipping over. Like,
I don't think you're about to see that with like your CRT, but it looks so goofy.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna.
Even as a kid, I always laughed at that scene. I was like, why do they?
I didn't see what happened because I used to play on like really crappy TV. I used to play in coaxial.
Jeez.
Okay, so we didn't get the super fast one, but we did it correctly. The way that works is essentially there is a tech to make like the guns faster in this game that have like shot cooldowns. When you shoot, you can cancel them with a wrench swing and then shoot again, and that uncaps your fire rate. Think about it like you're playing like Fortnite, you know, like double pumping. It's kind of similar to that, but it's a fire rate uncap glitch pretty much. And if you cancel the wrench swing animation with pulling out the gun by like proper timing, you can just uncap your fire rate and just destroy the bosses. At least the early game ones, they don't have a lot of health. She has as much health as the boss we fought like 20 minutes ago. For some reason, she's just really weak. I don't know if they just didn't believe in us as players or what, but, you know, she's just really weak. Maybe because you're not meant to actually kill her, but, yeah, she, is really easy. We're coming up on, the last planet with pack movement, so we're gonna really try and do some cool stuff with the packs before we get rid of them. I'm really trying to make sure I do the right category stuff all the time. I'm fighting my muscle memory 24/7 running right now.
Do your best. You got this.
I'm trying to do most of the things today, not all of the things.
No. It's fine,
yeah, I love completion categories, so I run both of them for this game, which is the APB, which is like the semi-completion category, which I love, which is this one, and then I run 100%, which is my baby, which I absolutely adore. I think that category is awesome, because it's got like literally every bit of tech on every category. So like I don't know how you can't love it, but on this category we're going to be just getting 40 bolts, which is a requirement 100%. And yeah, right here we're going to grab one of the bolts, and then I'm going to start doing something that I haven't showed yet. This is the bomb glove, which we really need for a lot of things. But one of the cool uses of this thing is that you can actually harm yourself with this thing. For some reason, there's no other self-abuse, like damage stuff in the game besides this. If you like throw a bomb and then use your long jump on your thruster pack, or any other like proper timing for it hitting you in the back, you can end up hurting yourself, which death abusing is very useful in most games. I was watching some speedrun on GDQ one time, and I think it was Xenoblade 2, and they had like a kill prompt tech in that game, or like some sort of debug feature, and I was like, darn, I wish we had that. And then we had this, like the bomb glove thing, and I was like, oh, that's like half my wish being, you know, in the game, so you know, I'm happy.
Good enough for sure.
Yeah. This is pretty much the turning point in the game where the game's economy kind of explodes, and so does like the enemies doing like way too much damage and stuff. So we're gonna really try not to fight any enemies, but they shouldn't be too much of an issue. The game, like slowly, the longer you play this one, even as like a kid casually, becomes more of a shoot the bad guys fest, which is natural for Ratchet games nowadays, but beforehand there was a lot of like platforming. I'm gonna wait. Okay, they're not hitting me. Okay, they got me as soon as I went. Oh my goodness. I should have just
Dude, I hate
waited.
that when that happens.
Yeah, I can't really hear the game too good because I got my headphones on, but it's no big deal. It's fine. The rest of the run's been pretty good. If this is the only like serious mistake I'm making, that's fine. But yeah, right here we're doing a tech called a midair, and the idea is that you're canceling. It is quite the tech. You're canceling a long jump into a. You're canceling a long jump into a side flip into a long jump, and it looks like Ratchet's just like twitching out in the air, but that's what the tech is. It's when I'm doing like those flips that gain speed with the helipack, it's called a neutral cancel, and that's a long jump canceled into a side flip, and that's how I'm gaining speed. So the helipack is like taking the long jump speed and converting it into the side flip, and that's how I'm gaining speed. And then there's a tech called a midair. The issue with the midair is it's not very easy to convert a midair into a midair, so you kind of have to do side flip into a long jump. But there are ways, and I'll be doing one in a minute. Maybe I'll get the chain back, that would be dope. I just fought my muscle memory because you don't want to use like weapons to get one of the skill points here, and I'm just like, I just did it and I went, oh, I got like scared mentally, like the idea of like ruining my run. So I really hope I don't carry that into when I do more like 100% runs this weekend. But yeah, this fight's like really easy because he takes like way too much hit stun from the jump, and they expect you as a kid to like full jump. Like Clank pretty much has like a secret jetpack attached to him that lets him like use like a fuel meter by like holding jump, and lets you go to like the sky. It's hard to like show or explain that too good, but if you just short hop, they really don't expect you to do that like on spam, so he just kind of dies. It's really easy and fast. We're gonna sit through quite a few long jumps, long jumps.
Long jump.
And I'm gonna try and skip one of the loading screens by doing a backtrack movement, and hopefully it's cool. And if it's not, well, I'll cry. But here we go.
Oh, reload skip?
Yeah. I'm not fast enough, sadly. I couldn't even do it. But maybe I'll try again. I'll try one more time.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do this one recently. I failed it in every practice attempt I had, which is a really good sign. You should do it in a marathon, but you know. Okay, I got like half of it.
Yeah, good enough.
We're trying to like continue what's already like broken, but it's fine. That was like okay. You're supposed to do that, but like a lot faster. But you know, that's okay. Dubbo is a cruel planet. It's probably like secretly my least favorite planet, just because like like sucks the life out of me. I don't know how to explain it any better. It's a tough planet, and it will just randomly kill your runs for fun. It's also got that Clank section, which feels like it takes an eternity. But now it's time to get the charge boots, which have an ungodly amount to explain about them. The basic synopsis is that when you charge, you get a ton of speed, and then you take whatever you do with that speed and you apply it to all the fundamentals we've been doing this entire run. The big caveat here is that we are going to not be using the thruster much because it kind of destroys the thing. We're going to be using it for like a minute. Mingo, you want to explain this like really easy race skip?
Yeah, basically Manto, I mean, I don't know the full like specifics, but this race skip is much easier than the one on Barlow because of the trigger for like I guess for the race. It's like within that wall, and he just has to like basically crash into the wall like 3 times for 3 laps, and then yeah, basically it. Like it's pretty easy, and then backtrack to the start, and then saves like 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, it saves like
it's a pretty big
just shy under 2 minutes. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that wasn't a thing when I ran this game. You had to do the full Joba race for the charge boots.
This is gonna be a really cool showcase of the charge boots first. I think this is like an excellent planet to do it on, so we can easily get out of bounds here with like a proxy, and then we're gonna do a mid-air jump, which converts into a long jump, so we get double the speed and distance of a normal long jump. And we can use that to go to this like hidden bolt. There's like they show you on a taxi return, and then we're gonna do these crazy speed conversions, and there's gonna be something very exciting in a second.
Yeah, Manto actually discovered this tech in 2021.
Whoa!
Which one?
Swing shot proxy.
Yeah.
You discovered the swing shot proxy. Yeah, by accident.
No, that wasn't me. That was Fear actually. Fear found.
Really?
Yeah, Fear found swing shot proxies. Believe it or not.
Oh, I thought it was you for some reason.
No, not me. Not that one at least.
Well, it was found in 2021. It was found by accident.
Yeah.
So that was.
Fear found it by total accident, trying to route all missions. Yeah. And so you can do all this wacky stuff, and there's so much, it's just like so difficult to explain. And then that's it. That's the level. So we got all the bolts like lightning quick, and you'll note that like now it's time to get all the ones that we missed earlier. The
backtrack time.
No, you can't do the backtrack. It loses time. I wish we could do a backtrack, but yeah, we just...
No, I'm talking about backtracking to the other...
Oh, okay.
Bolts. Yeah, not Joba backtrack.
Another crazy skip coming up here. There is a bizarre intended dev system where when you reload a planet after finishing it, you get a bolt multiplier on your first kill, and then that degrades after 100 bolts collected. So I'll explain it as soon as I do it, but this is what we're going to do. Alright, so pretty much that. We killed the guys, so we activated that ×5 bolt multiplier, and then we broke everything in the level, like crate-wise that we could. This gives us a ton of money, as those crates are now ×5, and so are the enemies, so we even get their money. So that kind of like helps us really hard, but that's an intended dev system. The only thing we abuse is getting more money than we're probably supposed to. But it actually gives you less money on further crates, so I don't really understand what its purpose is, besides to be manipulated, because it seems like it just harms the player. But, like, it's so strange. Anyway, yeah, so that's the whole planet. We clip out of bounds, and then do some, like, SI tricks to grab this bolt that's, like, floating, and you're meant to use a hang glider. The hang glider is a terrible slow gadget, so we just end up not doing it. And that's it. That's the level. The only thing is that we have to die here, or else the teleport doesn't spawn, but conveniently, it spawns when you die, so we just grab that. We pay them for the money that we owe, that we just got back, and then we leave. That's all of Dabo 2. It's a pretty neat planet now that, like, I think about it, and I'm not, like, in a run, and I'm like, grr, I hate this planet. It's not that it's even terribly hard, it's just, like, it's like an emotional void zone. Like I just feel nothing when I'm on it sometimes, but like sadness is the only emotion you're allowed to feel besides like nothing. I don't know. It just feels bad. We're finally back on an. We're finally back. What's that one Mario 64 level people call it? It's like a wet dry world is like in a negative emotion zone as well. I forget which one it is. Where like people are like, this level just makes me feel nothing. I was like, I felt that.
That's it.
Yeah, I love that term though. We're gonna be really abusing the nuke here for a lot of these levels now. This is probably the hardest one to do it on because this level is like insanely picky because it's so small. I love the way this level looks though. I love the visuals on this level. This is one of my more favored visual levels. But yeah, so just a lot of like abusing the nuke and trying to get as many enemies on screen as possible and then firing it and to get like big kills and then another wonderful ring mission. So I've given you quite a amount of ad reads now, I guess to call them. Do you have anything else you'd like to share? I'm sorry, I don't know if you're out of them. That's what I'm trying to say.
I can always read more, but I can also ask you a question if you want to as well.
Sure, whatever you feel like.
Yeah. So, harken back to your first playthrough of this game as a child, I assume. Did you ever go for all the platinum bolts at all?
No, I've never 100% of the game besides the first time that I went for it. But I had my own little like NG plus routing, and there's unironically a routing from when I was a child that's still in 100%, just like the way I used to get money and stuff. So, so like there's like little things that I used to do. When I used to go out of bounds as a kid, I used to think I was doing something illegal, and I would turn off the game and like freak out. So, I used to think like the police were gonna come to my house. So, small little tidbit about like how I feel about like speedrunning has changed.
That's some great lore, honestly.
My first 100% run took like 7 hours, and I gave up like with not even half the completion in, and I hated the route so much that I rerouted it the next like week and a half, and I hyped it up in like a bunch of runners chats that like didn't care, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be great, and then I got record in it, and everybody was like, oh, and then like somebody who's actually good at the game ran it, and they knocked an hour off, and they're like, oh, it was good, and I was like, yay! So a lot of like my childhood rounding actually came in clutch there. A lot of like weird things that were like about the game I actually did like slyly know about when I started running, but they were not like super well documented, and I didn't like say it very good. I didn't like I wasn't able to articulate myself, but little things like protopet farming, which we'll do later in the run, I used to do in my runs before like people knew what it actually did, before it was like data mined. Sorry, I'm like fighting more muscle memory. I'm doing my best. It's so hard, man. This is one of my personal favorite planets to do in this category. There's so much cool, like, out of bounds stuff with this part. Just a lot of just like free flying charge boots stuff, and I'm gonna bonk on this. Wait, hold on. Come on. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You can, if you press like X as you're sliding up something, if you mash it, you can get a double jump sometimes. And that was very lucky because I totally messed up my angle going for that. That was awesome. I'm very happy that worked. And that was Tadano. You'll see these planets kind of fly by, and it's really hard to explain things when everything happens in like a moment, and it's a lot of buttons on the hands, so it's just really tough to go crazy on it. Wingo, do you have anything to say that you can help me out next planet?
For Bolden?
Yeah, what do you got? Anything exciting about this planet?
I like a lot of the, I don't know, like the start where you do like the out of bounds tech on top of the glass roof.
Yeah, we skipped the levitator section thing. We do have that gadget.
Yeah, you skipped the levitator section.
It's for one of the cooler planets on the run. Like, honestly, Aranos 2 used to be one of my least favorite planets because it's like the beginner runner torture chamber. But then like you run this in this category and it's like, holy cow, I get it. I think this is like the planet a lot of people when they first start running the game are like, all right, this category is cool. So like this planet's neat too.
Yeah, this planet's nice because it's like short and sweet. Like it's not too long, it's not too short, and you just kind of do a lot of like cool movement tech and out of bounds tech. And fun fact, this is if you can actually do out of bounds tech and get to the Insomniac Museum. That's how I found out how to do it as a kid.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the main requirement around 100%.
Yeah.
Get a little tech here, ready? Oh my god.
Ooh.
Sheesh.
And then we just do a bunch of like cool movement here to get this bolt. This is meant to be like a teaser bolt that like you're gonna finish the level and you're like, oh, a bolt! And then and then the level's like, it gives you a cutscene, you're like, no! And then like this level you're kind of like trapped on, you can't leave, so they kind of want you to forget about it. But
Ratchet goes, what the?
What? It's a big fizz widget. I love that delivery. You want to talk about Clank clips?
Sure. So, so I mean, this game obviously has a lot of out of bounds tech, right? But similarly to the Clank clips that Manta did on Endako earlier, he can do them on Aranos 2 as well, and he skips like multiple sections of they call it the Clank 1 section, right? I don't know, but he basically skips a bunch of big parts that require using gadgetbots, and gadgetbots are really slow, and you have to control them with the quick select, and he can also do clank proxies like that. And again, this just saves so much time compared to doing the normal Clank Aranos 2 section with the gadgetbots.
That's really good.
Just pretty flawless, honestly. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Happy with that.
Yeah, because I remember like the old strat without the clips was like 139 was like a good time for that, but now I don't know what the time is now with clips, but it saves like at least a minute.
Okay, so like everything one-shots me now because like we're really under-leveled because how like we're flying through all those levels. Well, now we gotta comeuppance because we die in one shot to like everything. So the goal of these levels is now to kind of just like dodge all the enemies and not get hurt. I am gonna buy something to help me with that later, but like not yet. But this is one of the cooler skips in the run. This
was like one of the skips that actually got me to like learn to run the game. I was so impressed by this like out of bounds right here in Aranos.
I don't have enough money to do it, or ammo. Sorry, I call everything money in games too much. Like everything's money. Like energy and Slay the Spire is money. I don't know. I just call everything money in games. But yeah, I didn't have enough because that clip was kicking my butt. But anyway, this is a really cool sequence of out of bounds. We skip, since we don't have the Magna boots that Planet Joba we went to and he got the charge boots has 2 pairs of shoes for us, but we only had enough to afford 1. Not in actuality, we could have got that, but it's slow and it also causes us problems. So we got to do a bunch of really wacky stuff to get it. Oh, failed that one too.
Ooh.
All right, so we're having a day on A2, but it's fine. I still got money left. And money being decoys. Yeah, what's money in this example? I don't know. It could be anything, honestly. But the A2 is a really cool planet, just in general, movement-wise. You do a lot of stuff, but you're just so underpowered at this point, rushing through the game, that like a lot of like people that run this game get like stuck here because the movement is quite challenging. But we're gonna do another. Oh my gosh, I keep feeling the skip. We're gonna do another really cool skip in a minute here. What does Ricky call it? The corn dog skip or something?
Oh yeah, the corn dog. Or yeah, the corn dog or something like that.
Yeah, Ricky got rid of his emote of it.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't have it anymore. Dang. But the emote is the trick itself. If there's any planet to fail, I guess A2 makes sense. I've killed so many runs here, just because the movement is kind of.
It's a pretty difficult planet. Yeah.
It's a little bit tricky
for sure.
But there is a really cool skip here in a second if I can get it. I think I just am flipping too late on this. This is like a definitely like a noob stomper planet, but it's one that like you learn because it's so cool. Yeah, I just am not delaying my hyper strike. Okay, so now we got it.
There you go.
Anyway, so we go out of bounds and we touch this like underground area where they hid like a hidden platinum bolt. And it's like, all right, well, we don't have Clank, so there's no way up because you can't use the levitator without Clank. But the thing is, Ratchet actually can fly without Clank because he is a squirrel or something. I don't know. It just makes no sense. But normally you have Clank and you want to like reload to grab him. But we can actually finish the level without him and then just keep going because we have charge boots now, which are like almost as good as Clank. But we will be getting Clank again later, just not yet. But yeah, that was a toughie planet, but it happens. Like, that is one of the harder planets that I always underestimate because the movement is like a little bit more precise than I expect. But yeah, that was A2. We skipped a Clank section, we skipped a Levitator section, we skipped a lot of stuff. It's a really skip-heavy planet, and even then I did all those like Clank sections without Gadgebots. And this is the final... Sorry, I got really good RNG there, which is very rare, so I took it. It's the final ship section in the run, so we don't need to do any more ring missions after this. This is a really good spot to farm bolts, so we're going to do one farm here. So we can just like wipe out entire waves of these things. 2, 3, 4. This is the only boss in the ship section, and it's just like a pseudo boss that you don't actually like really fight. You can phase skip it here. It goes in and out of like tangibility, and if you do it correctly, you can one cycle it like I did right there. It used to be not possible, but I found a setup to make it work. With like, you know how like we skipped Woopash earlier and we only had like 10 Raritanium? You used to have about 15, and there was one cycle setups for it, but then now that we don't have like the fast missiles, it's now much harder, and I found a setup for it to make it like super consistent, which is nice. This is the final ring mission though. This level actually controls slightly differently than all the other ship levels in the game, and if you place this slowly, it can auto kill you as well on the ring level, because one of the bobbers, like these like flying little like bobbing things, they're right in front of me, can bob downwards and gain a huge hitbox, and it's in the way of a ring, and it'll just kill you, and there's nothing you can do about it, because there's no way to brake in this, right? Your ship is always moving forward. It'll just kill you. You move slightly different, by the way. It's because like your Z-axis is locked, I think. I don't think you can go like upside down, right? So that's the only difference in this. But now it's time for backtrack, because we have all of our stuff that we need. We are first going to hit up Indako, because since we already finished Clank section, we're going to go there, and it's going to be like, here you go, he's back. You know, you finished this like an hour ago, right? And so we just get Clank back, so we don't have to reload on Aranos to get him back. So you'll just watch him pop back on my back in a second. Yay!
It's our little buddy.
Our Kazooie or whatever. The yeah, I didn't know Banjo-Kazooie was really a game until I got older. So I saw like Ratchet Clank invented like the backpack buddy thing, and then I saw Banjo-Kazooie and I was like, Insomniac Games betrayed me, man! Like I thought that was original. And they even have like a similar naming style too.
Until you mention that right now, I didn't really like see the correlation, but you're totally right, actually.
Yeah, they have the same exact naming style. And then that's our like Indako backtrack. I'm going to Oozla now. Sorry, I'm still fighting that muscle memory. I talked all day at work, so my throat's dying. But Oozla's my favorite I'm trying. Oozla's my favorite backtrack planet. So there's some cool stuff to do on this level. You do this like quick little proxy, and then you jump over here, and you do this like nice little flip chain here with your conserved movement and a hop. And then if I don't bonk, you go all the way over here. And then like, I got this really cool little optimization here in a second. I love this. It's so funny. There's like, you're supposed to get here by riding this like weird purple dinosaur ugly thing, and if you jump on its back, it's like, oh, I gotta go, and then you jump in front of it, it pushes you under and kills you. So you can save like a whole 2 seconds, and that's one of my favorite skips I've found that like doesn't do anything actually.
That's great, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of the like the things that I like that I found are all like really stupid that nobody cares about, but all the things I found that are actually impactful, I'm like, yeah, it's another Tuesday.
Yeah, whatever.
But this is Wingo's least favorite backtrack. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Which one? Which one's my least favorite?
This is Barlow, man. This is your favorite.
No, I like Barlow.
You hate Twarlow, or as you call it.
Barlow. Barlow 2, bro.
Yeah, Wingo made the little movement at the start here. I think that we need to like update that personally, but I like that it's yours, so I keep doing it.
Wait, did I actually make it?
Yeah, you made like the starting chain there.
Oh, okay. Dang, I contributed something.
Yay! So we get this like out of bounds ball. Dude, you hated this. I don't care what you say. You hated this.
I didn't hate it.
I don't care what you say, but
I liked I liked the no revisit Barlow when we did like the out of bounds with the pack.
Yeah,
this was fine.
Dude, you were so upset. You were heartbroken. In fact, I would call it.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So if I remember the ship menu, we can leave. But this is another really cool one. I think I was partly to... No, I tried to route this out, and I almost did. I pretty much did, but I didn't like it, so we just keep doing this. I think this is still slightly faster. But this is another really neat backtrack. A lot of these are for one bolt, and you might be like, oh, one bolt might not be enough to, like, warrant coming back. But the charge boots are just so, like, laughably broken. Like, you gotta think about what we're doing for a second. Like, I just slid up a mountain, charged off it, went off another one, and then, like, long jumped over here in, like, less than, like, what, like 5 seconds? And it's like, that would have taken me like 20 without the pack. Like, that's already the load cost removed. Here I do a little insta clip, which, oh no, I got the, like, the loud, like, low pitched one, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Once we get back, I can, like, actually do stuff again. But yeah, they do this little, like, insta clip, which makes, no way. Which makes the camera pushes you through that wall like really quickly, and that makes it so that you can use your like charge boot speed to just like super push you through the wall. And normally some of those walls are pretty hard to get through because they're like thicker, and it's like, nope, it doesn't matter because we got our strong charge boots that are like pretty much the speed cap, like speed in the game. Like the game is like a pretty like relatively low speed cap, I would call it, but the charge boots pretty much hit that every time, which is pretty cool. Most tricks coming out of the charge boots are slightly slower than it would be normally, but yeah. This is the big boss of this level with a tech I found called poking, but it's going to be a pretty crazy boss skip, because if you have played this game casually, you would know that this is pretty much the worst boss in the game, and arguably the series, but you can skip it relatively easily, and it's pretty cool, in fact, to skip and do. I like the skip, personally. It's so hard to talk and play. Like, I guess I do it on stream normally, but, like, when you're trying to explain things and play, I've never realized how difficult that truly is.
It's
but
hard,
it is difficult.
Honestly. Underrated
Yeah,
skill.
I'm messing up stuff that, like, I don't think I ever should mess up, ever. And I'm like, I guess that is kind of, like, really underrated, like, difficulty-wise.
Yeah.
Gotta give it props to people that, like, do this on the regular. But here we go. Here's the cool little boss skip. We're gonna fly up a wall. We've been doing that. We're gonna jump across a gap, and I'm gonna do this. Okay, well, I'm gonna go for the safety because I don't think I'm gonna make it. It's not too much different though. Yeah, it loses me like a second. I mean, like 5 seconds. No big deal. Anyway, so I'm gonna be throwing the camera down as low as possible so that the shots coming from him don't hit me because I don't want my shield to pop. But basically, this guy's like a huge hitbox, and his legs overlap at like his crotch, which make it so that he kind of takes double damage here. And yeah, it's a really unfortunate glitch, but this is exactly what it does. This is his weak point, sadly, and then he dies. So it's that's the tech. It's very silly, but it saves a ton of time because that boss fight normally takes 6 minutes to do.
Sheesh.
6 minutes, like casually, which is nuts. Like if you do that with just the turrets, it's 6 minutes. And then the alternative to that is that we used to turn him into a sheep and then whack him once and he would explode and die instantly. And that took, how long was that window? Like a minute and a half? That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like a minute and a half of just using the sheepinator, and then yeah, like I think poking saves like a minute or something.
Yeah, it saves like a minute or so. And in NG Plus, it saves, I think it still saves like 20, 30 seconds. It's probably longer than a minute because all the stuff you gotta do.
You forgot to say, roll the intro, the poking video. The poking tutorial, yeah.
This is probably another one of people's most favorite, like, movement planets. Let's see if I can get this all. Nice. So this is like the hard part out the way. I did it all perfectly, which is good. But we're not done. We're not the woodworks.
Yeah, Manto's trying to catch a... There's actually like a train that's on a cycle, and he's essentially trying to catch the cycle for that, so he can go to the second half of the level out of bounds. He'll be able to get on the train using the swing shot proxy tech.
Yeah, so we're gonna be trying to make this like difficult cycle by doing all this movement, and if we do, we can do something really neat. But also, if you're slightly off cycle, this thing kills me. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. No kill.
Yeah. Nice. You can also destroy the train too.
Yeah, if you're like slightly off cycle, there's so much that can go bad.
Yeah.
But we're good. We're good. Things can go like really good, and you can get like a midair charge, but we should be fine. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. So we rode this out of bounds like train that's like meant to be only for scenery, and it's really bizarre. But they actually have collision, I guess, to like detect when you're gonna shoot them. But luckily, you can actually ride on them, which can take you to one of the final things, because I guess it's supposed to be scenery near that thing. So you can take this like crazy ride all the way over to this coordinates, which is a totally optional planet normally. But that's kind of why optional content in speedrunning is good, right? You can't do that in a normal like NG plus race to the end of the planet like thing. Like you would never see something like this, and that's why I like completionist categories, right? You're not going to see some of the neatest stuff in the game. When you watch an any % run, sometimes there's literally nothing but just like, oh, we walk in this wall and there's just like an end trigger and we finish the level. And then you watch an any % run and it's like, here's the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life. And no, we don't do it in any %. It's like, oh, come on, man. I want to see the neat stuff, you know? I want to see the neat stuff.
It's all the cool extra optional content you don't get normally see in 8%. Yeah, like you just, that's why I love these runs so much. That's why I love doing them myself too. It's what I would do casually normally, but instead we do it fast now, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I would say this one's like more arbitrary per se than like 100% run, but it's still awesome. Like I don't care how arbitrary it is. It's neat. Like I don't know how many people are going to play Rack 2 and just go for 40 platinum bolts. Like they might, but like they're more likely to go for like everything if they're gonna do that. Another really sick oob. We're gonna be going off like the grind rails. Like they're slightly big enough that you can just like ride on all of them. We did that on Smolg as well. A lot of like really crazy difficult stuff happening, but like we just like are breezing through it luckily. That was a cool little oob as well for... What am I doing? Whatever. I'm doing 100% stuff. I knew I would do it eventually. I was like, I hope I do none of it. And there's one at least. We're gonna do a neat little
things today.
This like fish statue spits out water, and you're meant to freeze it with a gadget we totally didn't get, and then like grind over here. But like obviously the charge boots are just so like they're so funny. You can just do anything with them. Who cares? I gotta make sure I watch my ammo count. We're coming up in the last 2 levels. Grelvin is quite the last, like, tough level. And then after that, you have Yeetle, which is also, like, a nuts difficult level. But Yeetle's my favorite level in the category, and it's the last, so I just love Yeetle. It's so cool. I'm gonna conserve some decoys by just flipping here. This first bolt is really easy, honestly. I think anybody could do this if they just know how to just like clip through a wall. That's it. You just clip through this wall here into the elevator. You jump, and then you don't bonk your wall there. I do a little optimization here, and then you get the bolt, and that's it.
Dang, that's it.
That little like proxy. I love that proxy.
I like that.
You used to just jump at that, but like that wall is somehow proxyable. It's like So the way like a proxy works, I'll explain it real quickly, is that the crux of the trick is that Ratchet's throwing animation is bugged, and if it intersects with a wall, it flings Ratchet into the air. But the walls have to be like normally slanted, but for some reason, that wall is like pretty much a straight angle, and you can just do it because fun. I don't know. Some walls are just like, all right, we don't care. Like, we just do whatever you want. Who cares? And then here comes a like needlessly complicated trick I gotta listen for. So these are the Twonkies from Jimmy Neutron, if you remember those things. They just like made an appearance in this game.
Yeah, look like them.
And then, yeah, they're just like the blue Twonkies. They just like stole the rights to them. I'm not sure why they did that. Even though this came out first, I'm pretty sure they just stole it.
That's messed up.
They
just do that though.
They're the kind of like the big enemy in this game. Like they are like the big bad. And they're secretly the biggest source of XP in the game, so we're going to be farming off them. We do a little clip into that room, we get a thing, we skip a swimming puzzle. It's just normal, right? Like, you realize that, like, we're not getting any of the gadgets besides the charge boots, and we're just doing everything but using them. And the swing shot. We love the swing shot as well. That's our second favorite gadget. But yeah, so pretty much, if you throw the decoys here, not a lot of people know this, so this is, like, for runners, listen up. Wait for them to start yelling, that means they're in the neutral state, and when you off-screen the decoys, they can't attack them. So, what happens is that I'm off-screening them intentionally, so that they just, they are zoning around the decoy, but they're not attacking it, so I kind of get, like, a super buffed decoy, that I can use to, like, attract all the enemies, and then I blow them up using the other weapon. Okay, we're gonna lose like a tad of time. It's gonna die naturally. Dying in like ice or any other animation besides like Ratchet's fall death is super slow, so we don't want to do that. Okay, that was scary. Almost crashed the game. It's like if you menu a weapon too early, like close to the ship, and then you press triangle, it'll crash the game. But since I selected the shield charger, there's no like physical weapon to load in, so it's like impossible to crash. Just in chat, the swing shot super fan. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Just tried to run Rack 1 any percent, and they routed out the swing shot, and he just still ran it for like 6 years after they routed it out with just the swing shot.
He got sub 30 with it too.
I know, it's awesome. I'm gonna go for the super chain here because it's cool. That's just the swag. It doesn't save that much time, but it's cool. But yeah, we do like a nice little like insta-clip chain. This is like the final area. It's supposed to be like the super gauntlet, but we're having none of it. We're coming up on the final bolt and the final boss. We have all we need. I should just warn you that there's like a mild like seizure warning and a little bit of flashing lights.
Yeah.
I have headaches prone from like flashing lights, and this slightly bothers me. So if you have actual seizures, look away. And just after I grab this bolt though. Wait, hold on. Okay, all right, you're good now. All right, look away, or look if you can.
Yeah, even when I ran this game, I'd have to like.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I got killed. So like the shield has like it'll pop, we call it, when like it runs out of health. So he got me, sadly. Like I ran out of health on my shield and it killed me. The shield's really good for just like not being bothered by the enemies, but at least I didn't like void out or nothing. So that's good.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have any problems now. I should be fine.
Also, I'm pretty sure this upcoming strat we're gonna do for the final boss, it came to Manto in a dream.
No, that's protopet farming.
Oh, that okay.
This came to me at the end of a 100% run when I was mad. I was just like mad and I rage and I was like, all right, we'll just kill him with something stupid. And I was like, wait, this does a ton of damage. And Azaki's like, yo, do that in any percent. I was like, dude, you're actually like truing out of your mind. So one part of the puzzle came to me for this strat to exist. So yeah, we use the spider bots here in a second, and I'm going to be doing a trick to use both of them at the same time. So throw that one, and then I'm going to start spamming X, and this might hurt your eyes a little bit, but it's not the fastest DPS. He might turn and make it faster, but oh, I might be dead. Come on. I got me. All right, one more.
Oh.
One more should do it. This is why we set our estimate to like 110, even though like every no reset is like a 104 at minimum, which I also think is like not that good. And I'm like, this is why I set my estimates high, just in case, you know. I'll still be like well under it too, so it's good. Alright, this is fine. I should have just stopped when I saw it like kind of not going fast, but yeah, this is fine. Alright, time in 3, 2, 1, time.
GG.
All right, so now let's wait on. Let's check. Let's make sure we got all the bolts first, real quick, just in case. All right, time warp. All right, we're good. All right, cool. Just in case, you never know, right? You're running, so you do 100% every once in a while. You didn't realize you're doing something. You're like grabbing one bolt. You're grabbing like NG plus in that run. So we get all the bolts. There we go. That was Ratchet Clank all platinum bolts. Ratchet Clank 2 all platinum bolts. Yeah, I think it mostly went okay. At least I showed off everything I wanted to show off, so it was good.
Yeah,
It was fun.
went pretty well.
I had a lot of time. Good time watching that.
All right. Well, thank you, Wingo, and thank you for having me on, Shasta. I really appreciate it. A lot of fun. So,
Hey, final
yeah.
shout outs here.
shout out Potty, and shout out Locks raced me the day before, and shout out Marforia for giving me motivation before we started the run. So shout out to any of those people. All really
Hell
cool.
yeah. Where can people follow you as well?
Oh, you can follow my stream at twitch.tv/Manto and then Mantodia. And then you can follow me at Mr. Mantodia on Twitter or Blue Sky. I'm trying to migrate to Blue Sky sometime, but I don't use social media that much to post anymore. But yeah, just follow me on Twitch or my YouTube, Mantodia.
Any shout outs as well, Wingo?
Yeah, thanks, Manso, for having me on, and shout out to Plecto, because
Oh yeah, Plecto. Yeah, shout out Plecto. That's my boy right there. That's my boy.
I'm gonna be hanging out with him next month, so I'm excited to see him.
Hope you do have a great time.
He was an old runner of this game too. So.
Yeah, he got me into this. Dude, I forget the runner that got me into this game in general. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he was awesome. If I remember his name, I wish I remembered his name, but he just doesn't go live that much anymore.
Unnamed APB runner number 1.
He didn't run APB. He ran NG plus, no MG.
Oh, okay.
He used to film his backyard all the time after runs, which made me laugh.
That's awesome.
He'd be like, look, there's a deer. And I remember watching him in the Taco Bell drive-thru. I'm like, this is the best content I've ever seen in my life. I have to do this.
That's amazing, actually. I love the backyard cam. That's incredible.
I don't know why he did it. He would play piano too sometimes while I had the backyard cam on. Great.
What entertainer, honestly.
Wish I remembered his name. I have bad memory problems, but yeah, that's all I got.
Relatable, for sure. Yeah, that's it for this episode. Do all the things. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll be back in a few weeks with another one. But for now, we got Parallel Universe after this with, if I recall correctly, CMR64 randomizer. So stick around for that. For now, I'll see y'all